All right, hello everyone. How's it going? Hello, hello, hello. Thank you. I haven't even done anything yet. I'm very happy. Yeah. So welcome to Grand Theft Auto 3 Toughened mod. I'll get a little into what Toughened involves very soon, but first we'll introduce ourselves. My name is English Ben. To my right,
KZ Fru.
KZ Fru. I like that energy.
All caps, baby.
Let's go.
USA. USA.
No, it's ESA, dude.
ESA. Yes, fine. Whatever.
You can't be saying that. Can't be saying those horrific chants in Europe, man. Stop it. And we also have, in his comfy home, we have...
Eidgard.
Yeah. So, to those who don't know, Eidgard was one of the two developers of this mod back like 100 years ago when this was done. So, developer commentary as well. You're welcome. So, we've got the perfect blend.
Professional commentary.
Exactly. Yeah. Where Eidgard said that we were talking about a strat that I recently discovered, like a secret in the mod, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I forgot we even did that." So, great. Awesome. So, quick rundown before we start, because we have quite a generous estimate, so we don't need to get going just yet. This mod is made for by speedrunners for speedrunners. So the idea is that we'll go into more detail later, but anything that you could usually use in original GTA 3 to sort of abuse and make the missions easier is gone. So you have to kind of, when you're looking at, making new strategies, you have to sort of redo everything from scratch. So you have to do everything the manly way. So there's no way to abuse missions. That isn't technically true because there are just new ways to abuse missions. But yeah, and also it removes a lot of the, it sort of strips down the game to make it more difficult. So a lot of the missions have traps. A lot of the missions have changed mechanics to make them either more difficult, more health, harder weapons, etc. Or they have generic changes. So for example, all of the health pickups and armor pickups in the game are mostly removed. There's only a couple. And all the guns that you could pick up to make things easier are also mostly gone as well. So this is very difficult. The current goal is to not have to load a safety save. I do have many safety saves, but this mod is specifically developed to be as brutal as possible. Some missions are pretty much impossible unless you sort of look into the code and see how they work or get told how they work by somebody else. So hopefully everything will go well, but just as I say, a bit of pre-warning, there's a good chance it won't.
That's content.
There is only so much skill you can have with this mod. But yeah, we'll try and make it, a fun experience for you all. So with that being said, you want to hit the button for me?
Ooh.
You ready?
I'm the button master. Yeah.
All right, Eidgard, you ready to go?
Sure am.
All right, let's do it. 3, 2, 1, go.
All right.
So as you can see, very different to start off. Instead of being on the front side of the Toughened bridge, we're on the other side with a Banshee. And we're going to immediately see our first secret. So usually on the left, you have to traverse those really awful... You can see those little bridges there, the little gates.
Yes,
They're terrible. Yeah. Luckily, the developers put a nice little invisible bridge across.
Yes.
And we only discovered that about a few weeks ago. This mod was made in 2014, I want to say, 2013, something like that. Yeah.
Ancient history.
And almost a decade later, we're still discovering new things. So, yeah, great stuff.
Yeah, and a couple days ago, I was watching Ben's stream where he was announcing that big discovery.
Yeah, saves
And I was like, what did he find?
Yeah.
And then I saw it and I was like, wait, we put that in the mod?
Yeah, developers have no idea it exists, so yeah. My strat now, yoink. So, as you saw, so one of the things that are stripped out of, that's in original GTA 3, is in original GTA 3 you can swap to the top-down camera to despawn traffic and stop more traffic from spawning in front of you. That doesn't exist in this game, so you have to deal with the random traffic. There are sort of ways that you can minimize it, which I'll show you later, but they don't work nearly as well. So as you can see, all we have are the sort of far-away camera, the middle camera, which most people use, and the front camera. And then it goes right back. Oh, and the first person as well, but that's horrible. So we're not going to use that.
Did we remove the reverse camera?
So the reverse camera is just, it's not like a camera angle, it's just something that you press, but you can look behind, yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, I can look behind.
I didn't remember if we removed that or not.
Yeah, so there's still this as well, yeah, which we'll use later on. But yeah, so first mission, first official mission, I guess. So it starts off with quite minor changes in terms of the difficulty. So the only difference here is that we pick up Misty in our car, and she runs immediately towards us. That doesn't seem sort of consequential, But if we were to go and pick her up like we usually would, aka parking right next to her, she'd run into you, commit insurance fraud, and die. So you would fail the mission instantly, and yeah. So that's the kind of stuff that you've got to look out for in Toughened mod.
Dude, nice. Yeah,
Dude,
this
nice.
is 2014 for
Exactly,
sure.
yeah. Yeah.
So far, this looks easier.
Yeah, some of the memes are a little dated.
Yeah.
It's super dated.
Yeah, there's lots of William Shatner references, which like nobody's mentioned in GTA for about 10 years, but
Yeah, right.
the boomers will appreciate this one. Yeah. So the next mission is don't spank my bitch up.
Whoa.
It's also, oh, do apologize. Don't spank my whoop up. There we go. And so there's a couple of changes in this one. So we're going to go and kill this guy with a bat. So usually you don't have to pick up the bat. In this one you do, because otherwise you fail the mission. And also, when you kill him, your car sets on fire. And if any of these lovely ladies die here as part of the explosion, you also fail the mission. So there's quite a lot of changes there that are really important to, sort of keep an eye out on. And then this is the standard pay and spray tutorial. So the way pay and spray works in this game is that you have the police attention that you can see by the stars on the top right. I'm pointing towards my monitor, like you can't see that.
I
top
can.
right, yeah, Mr. Fruit up there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So if you're too much of a hooligan in Liberty City, then the police won't be very happy with you, and they'll come and try and give you a slap on the wrist. But if you go in here and you respray your car, and it changes colors, they charge you a bit of money, you can lose your wanted level. So we've resprayed this car. Usually it wouldn't matter what you do to it afterwards, but I need to be very careful because in Toughened, if you even put a dent in the car and then deliver it to the garage, you'll fail.
Yeah.
So you need to be very careful. And this garage right at the end is very small. They do not they do not give you enough room to put like a step ladder and a workbench and stuff in there. Not like the good old days. So I've got to be very careful to tease it. Boom. Easy.
Wow. Unbelievable.
Dude, nice.
First time I've seen English
I would
Ben
like
drive
to
a
point
car.
out that these changes are basically just taking the cutscenes and the missions, what they already tell you in the base game, literally, and making you have to do it.
Yeah, exactly. So here we're going to go and grab 2 different police cars. This may seem a bit silly, but the simple reason is because when you enter a police car in GTA 3, you get 5 shotgun shells. So you need to see I now have 10. I could keep that police car for the next mission. However, if I go and do the objective in a police car, I'll fail the mission. Because Misty, who we're going to pick up and take to a certain destination, she'll think that we're a cop and we'll fail the mission. So we take the ambulance because it's the next best convenient thing.
And you can't work for the mafia if they think you're a cop.
Yeah, exactly. We can't be double agent in just yet. So, this is where things turn up a little bit. You'll see what I mean in a second. It starts off very chill, and then Toughened becomes no chill very quick. So usually, those cop cars have a 60 and 70% chance to be locked, but Toughened does do some good changes. So every car that has a chance to be locked is no longer has that chance,
nice,
so it's always unlocked. So we can grab all these cars.
Remove RNG.
Yeah, exactly. Speedrun friendly. Yeah. So now we're gonna go and do a little reverse here, and we're gonna meet. Oh, hello.
What is
Tank.
going on? Okay, all right.
Yeah. So one of Misty's former lovers is coming after us in a tank. As you can imagine, this is the start of the game. This is not usually in the original game, as you might be able to take a guess. If a tank collides with you in this game, you instantly die. So there are already insta-kill mechanics in the 3rd mission of the game. If that doesn't tell you how Toughened works, then I don't know what will.
I feel like dodging him's pretty easy. Like he's probably harmless at this point.
Probably harmless, yes.
I'm kind of sad we didn't code in that if you went the one way and then the other way, that the other tank also spawns. We forgot to put that in.
Yeah, just put 2 tanks in there. Why not? Just put 3 in, 4. Who cares? Just go for it. So this is one of the only instances of a strat that I'm fully aware of that's possible in vanilla.
Boy.
That is also possible in Toughened, but I'm not going to do it. I'm going to tell you why. So what you can do on this mission is we need to go and get a car. It's a very slow car, and as you can see, the mission forces rain on you. In rain, it's very difficult to do any sort of stunt driving. And in original GTA 3, there's a strategy where you can grab the slow car, which we're about to grab in a second, and throw it off a cliff, basically, down to the bomb shop where we need to go, this car here, and you can land it, and then obviously it's a shortcut, so you don't have to go around to sort of traverse the hill. Doing that in rain is technically possible, but extremely difficult and not worth doing in real-time attempts. So, not only that, but they also put explosive barrels all the way around where you would usually land. Ooh, okay.
Oh my god.
Ooh. Yeah, that was a clencher. So it's also worth mentioning, I can't damage this vehicle either on the way there or back. As you can see, we only have 2 minutes to get this done, so the time limits are a lot more strict in Toughened. That's like a common thing that you'll see. So here's all the explosive barrels. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
About the damaging of the car. In the normal game, the car actually has a property that makes it less likely to damage. But we also removed that, so if you run over a pedestrian here, it's most likely to get damage as well.
Yeah, exactly. So any sort of, even a little scrape is GG. So...
Yeah. And in a normal speedrun, you would use this car to run over a guy to get a pistol, or at least back in the day you used to.
Yeah.
So that's how we wanted to avoid that.
Yeah, so if you try and be fast now, it doesn't work. So we will get a pistol from a different mission later on. There is a much easier way, and it's also for a very strange reason, but we'll get into that very soon. Right now I'm just going to make sure I don't crash this car, because, yeah. Gonna make sure we park it in... This game is smart enough to make sure that you park it in like the sort of correct position, as you can see there. And then we arm the bomb, and we're gonna leave it for this guy who's coming out of the bistro. I'm gonna grab the Sentinel. It's a bit more convenient than turning around the ambulance.
Uh-oh.
That's all right.
Yeah, that's true.
So here, this is sort of traps that you'll see.
Oh, okay.
Nothing seems to be happening. Maybe you should try activating the bomb again.
Nope, don't do that.
I'll give everyone here 3 guesses to guess what will happen if you go and activate that bomb again. It turns out it works just fine and it will kill you. So instead, we just drive away and the mission just passes as usual.
I know, like, nothing's happened because he hasn't come out yet.
Yeah,
I wonder if we should have... I wonder if we should have added another second fake cutscene after the first one, so that on the first one you're obviously, okay, it's a trap. On the second one, wait a minute, is it a trap?
Yeah, exactly. Yep. So, dude, nice.
Dude. No, I'm not finishing that. I'm not saying it. Not saying it.
Just dude.
Dude.
Every single thing. Dude. Dude.
My dude.
Dude. So, next up is Farewell Chunky Lee Chong. It's a very quick mission in any percent, regular sort of, vanilla game. And it's also a very quick one in this, but we're going to use a different mechanic. So the differences for this mission is that you're going to go and just kill a guy who's in a noodle stand, but as soon as you sort of get near where you would usually shoot him in vanilla, he runs away from you. And he also has significantly more health. However, none of those are relevant, because there's a mechanic in this game where if you're inside of a vehicle, you're like, you don't even have to be driving it, you just have to be in it. Or like getting in it, so like doing the animation of getting in. And then the car blows up, it will kill you no matter what health you're at. It's just set to kill you.
Yeah.
So we trigger him, wait for him to go near his car, and then this is why we grab the shotgun. So 1, 2, he's dead, just like that.
Oh, you cheesed it, sort of.
Yeah, so this mod is designed so you can't cheese it, but I'm still cheesing it.
Mod should have removed shotgun from the
these
cop
early
car.
missions, we wanted to people give a chance to cheese it.
Yeah. So, coming up, I actually gave everyone a bounty before to try and beat this mission, because this is the one mission that I would consider impossible unless you have prior knowledge.
Oasis, where are you, man?
Yeah,
We're about to give you a cardiac arrest. Sorry.
Oasis spent like 2 hours trying to do this, but it's as simple as this. There is a pedestrian here.
Oh, yeah.
There is a pedestrian. There is no... The game does not tell you she's there. There's no marker, no nothing. You've just got to magically see her and be like, she's not supposed to be there.
Yeah, it's terrible.
And then you go within a certain radius of the van, you don't move, and after 5 seconds, the guy gets out.
Okay.
Simple as that.
I have to point out
God,
here.
explain yourself.
So, I did all of the game testing for this game. And at the time, I was a very active speedrunner of the game. And I did manage to do this mission the intended way.
Really?
Otherwise, we would have released it like that.
Okay, so how did you do it the intended way? Because obviously...
I mean, it took multiple cars, but eventually if you ram into it enough, you can damage it enough.
But if you damage it, it just sets on fire. That's why you can't do it this way.
Well,
I've tested everything.
It doesn't always catch on fire, but it's very close that if you damage it enough, it has like 10% health until it sets on fire, so you have to be very lucky.
Oh, okay. You have to be lucky. Okay.
I'm not so sure.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know.
Judges, I'm not sure about that one.
Yeah.
Sorry, Oasis.
No, don't worry, guys. We released it in a really non-broken state. It just requires luck to beat the game. Okay.
Now, in hindsight, probably we should have made it a little more doable.
Yeah. So yeah, that's
But-
like a classic secret that you'll see everywhere.
But to point out my partner who was coding all this stuff, Linator, he obviously couldn't beat it.
Yeah.
And he said, okay, let's put in a secret. And he put that lady in.
Yeah. So this mission is fairly standard at the start, and I can see that we've got a couple of donations waiting. So before I go and explain it all, can you read one donation for us, Mr. Robo?
Of course. Peaches has donated $110.
Let's go, Peaches.
And who has commented, Aroo!
Great stuff.
Shout out Peaches.
Shout out Peaches. Shout out Lionator as well. Haven't seen him in a while. Hope he's doing okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this mission, as I say, it's fairly standard. We drive to the laundromat. Tony just gets shot like 6 times right here, but he's good. He's fine. Stormtroopers, apparently. But there's a slight difference. So the Triads have invented a cloning machine that looks suspiciously like a bus. Destroy it as soon as possible. Okay. So yeah, we do actually have to destroy this. We can't just go to our destination. So what I do is I drive a little bit away to sort of like get the guys out, and then I turn around, run them all down like this.
Yo.
And then as they're spawning, this gives you more of sort of a chance, because you can see here these guys take a lot of damage, and they can shoot you very quick.
Wow, this thing has a lot of health.
Yeah, it does.
Blown up by...
And I am getting stun locked very hard here. There we go.
Oh, nice.
So
The
that's
collateral
all good.
there,
Yep.
very good.
So, and we specifically grab a pistol here. Again, as I said, I'll go into more detail as to why we need that pistol. It's a very silly reason, and I'm curious as well. The reason we got on here is so I can ask him a couple of live questions as to the why does the mod do this thing that it does. So until then, we're just driving on to the end of the mission, and we'll be on to the next one. So that is one that can go. You know, Portland is fairly consistent. That's one of the missions that can go a bit funky. And one thing that they did do that's very nice. Hello, Mr. Officer. Usually you can't hit this marker if you have a wanted level because it says shake the police before you go there.
Yeah.
For some reason, I don't know if I can sort of give more of an explanation. They removed that annoying part of this mission, so you can just finish
I'm pretty
it.
sure we removed that intentionally because of the bus and the many people that you have to kill. The chances of you getting 2 or 3 wanted levels is very high.
Yeah, that
and
makes
you
sense.
removed most of the bribes.
Yeah. So this mission is one that is extremely difficult if you don't know the secret way to complete it. So usually, this is a sort of 3 vans mission, but there are 4 in this case. They have an insane amount of health, and they also drive extremely fast. We're talking like way quicker than I can drive. So it seems to be something that's very difficult to do. But there's a marker here, and as you'll see, we can get all of the vans. Yeah, we're not gonna stupid gamers, you know. The horny gamers in the chat will enjoy that one. But yeah, so this spawns an explosive barrel and it brings all the vans next to us. For some reason, you can only shoot this with a pistol. If you try and shoot that with an SMG, it does nothing. So do you have a reason for that, or is that a bug? I assume it's a bug.
That might be a bug, but I mean, Linator did the scripting for the barrel, so I don't know what happened there.
Yeah, exactly. So just to sort of confirm, in case I don't think we said it, I think we were talking about it before we started commentating, but not after. So I did a lot of the sort of, I guess, like, you know, gameplay testing and like ideas.
Yeah.
But he didn't do any of the coding, so potential bugs are not something that I can yell at him too much for.
No.
Yeah.
And I assume this is completely unintended because it makes no sense to enforce a pistol.
Exactly, yeah. So usually for that last mission, you can buy an Uzi from Ammunition, but they deliberately made it very cheekily so that you can only buy it after their mission, so you can't use it for the previous one. But I can use it for this one. So I'm going to purchase 2 Uzis. It's more than enough to get me through Portland. So there we go. And that'll do us hopefully for the rest. Of course, if I die, that will change deaths and sort of getting... Can you...
Oh, we have a fight.
Hello?
Look at that.
Hey.
Yo, 1v1.
Yeah,
Let's go,
all right.
lady.
Let's go. I got...
Oh!
Well there.
Oh,
Let's
yeah.
go.
Oh,
Girl power.
destroyed.
Girl power. Yeah, girl power.
We stand our queens.
Down the patriarchy. Let's go. We stand our queens indeed. Yeah, so this mission is fairly chill. I do have a not super high health, so I will concentrate a little bit here. Robo, you are more than welcome to read a donation in the meantime.
Great. Speaking of queens, we have $30 from Catalina fan. Put towards the definitive upgrade, and the comment is, Catalina is the best waifu.
True.
So thank you
Absolutely, yes.
very much for that. Xantos has donated $5. Says, good luck and have fun, Englishmen. And KZ Fru!
Oh, I thought like I had donated, but I didn't.
No.
Or, like someone had appropriated my name.
Yep.
No. That's in the comments
It's,
itself.
yeah.
Says, I love the chant, and I am sorry, I thought this was America. Love y'all.
It's Z, not Z, because it's not the letter Z. It's not like, you know, it's its own thing. It's part of my name.
Wait. It's
I don't know why I'm defending myself to you.
It's not the letter Z.
No, it's just like well, you know, it's its own thing, right? It's
But it is a letter.
yeah, but
Just happens to look like a set.
yeah.
Casey Free, I don't know what you're on about, mate. Talk about the game. That's what you're here for. I don't want to hear some rebranding of yours. Oh, look, my name's this. I don't care, man. Just didn't feel like sorry.
It's a symbol. All right. Anyway, it's an identity.
Yeah.
Screw you, man.
So,
whatever.
Speaking of bugs, I was very sure to restart the game before I did an attempt here, because for some odd reason, there is a chance that on this mission, you can just softlock as soon as you start it. The marker to go to Joey's place, which is where we're going to right now, just does not spawn for some odd reason. I showed Powdernet, who's one of our code monkeys who are very intelligent and can sort of read the code, and I said, what's going on here? And he just said, I don't effing know. This code is awful. So that's all we went for it. Obviously, Captain Hindsight over here, 10 years ago, he'd have probably written the same thing.
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay, so there's a lot of mechanics to this, so we'll give it a rundown. So we're in a perennial. The perennial is heavy, but the way the heavy sort of section works is that it spawns platinum from the mission Boolean run in the original game, as you'll see just a second in a flash. Boom. I don't know if you saw it.
Oh, yeah. No, that's
so what it does is it immediately places platinum on top of you, and platinum makes your car heavy. So as you can see, this car, it doesn't really drive that fast. Obviously, perennials are quite slow usually, but this is slower than usual. This is going to happen every single time we pick up Luigi, and every single time we pick up Tony.
Yeah.
The one that we pick up Joey with, which is just the one that we just did, is unavoidable. But this mission becomes far easier if you do a strategy that we recently figured out, which is skipping the platinum.
Ooh, is that cheese?
It's a lot of cheese, let me tell you.
Very much cheese.
Yeah. So you park in, and what you do is you enter the vehicle and immediately exit like this. And it will spawn on top of you like normal, but you only pick it up if you're in the car.
Okay.
So the idea is that Luigi gets in, you'll see the platinum there, and we can just push it out the way.
Oh, that's
so then we maintain our speed. Yeah. So
yeah, whoever figured that one out, big brain.
Yeah, exactly. It was a community effort because we needed to find something to make this mission doable. Because before this, so sort of at the end of this mission, if you had all of the platinum, how slow you go, and you have to traverse this hill all the way up to the top. It is almost impossible. It's such luck-based, because if you get a cop, even on foot, he can run after you and arrest you. So one more trap before we go to Tony. This particular pedestrian.
Why would you kill that old woman?
Because if you don't, she runs and flamethrowers Tony in the cutscene.
What? Oh,
yeah, it's so silly.
Unbelievable.
I told you, this Toughened mod is designed to not be completable.
It's designed to punish you for doing nothing.
Exactly. But yeah, we do the same thing here, and immediately we're going to do some real man mode strats here. We're going to run away.
Oh,
because
yeah.
all of the vans are going to come and destroy us. So the plan is, run away.
Okay.
Let them sort of, collide into everything, and then we can sort of, deal with the situation. So there's a guy here, and this sort of acts as quite a nice...
Oh my
okay,
lord,
never mind.
Okay.
Hello, sir. Can you stay over there? Oh! It's fine, guys. Trust me, I've done it. Excuse me. Oh, what is going on? Oh God, this is.
Okay.
I don't have a gun. I'm 1 HP. Ooh. Okay, regroup. Whoa.
We're fine. Dodge. No.
Okay. Yeah. That's fine. Don't
Get
clap
wrecked.
for
Get
dying.
wrecked.
No. That was. Ooh.
I'm clapping for the triad.
Yeah. So. Yeah, deaths in Portland aren't too punishing. We don't need to reload a safety save or anything like that. We can just continue. I just need to make sure I get another gun.
Why do you have 99 HP now?
Oh, yes. Also, so if this game wasn't punishing enough, every time you die, you lose max HP as well.
Oh, sick.
So we might as well pick up this platinum. Usually we'll pick it up later to sort of get it out the way, because it stays even after the mission is complete.
Okay, yeah.
We'll pick it up now, because we'll have to pick it up again, since we're doing the mission again. Yeah, so we'll continue on.
Since you're redoing the whole thing,
Yep.
the platinum thing was obviously just a workaround.
Yeah.
I had the idea of making the car really heavy, trying to get up the hill.
Yep.
But there was nothing in the code, I think, where you could do it except for the bullion. And yeah, we didn't account, obviously, for the cutscenes that you could just exit the vehicle.
Yep. Yep. So I'll quickly grab the 2 Uzis again just to make sure we have enough weaponry. And then we will go on our merry way. Robo, you are more than welcome to read donations while we take the drive of shame back to our where we just were. You've got a little while. Yeah.
All right, well, if you can hear me over Casey's laughter. Andre Back, thank you very much for the $20. I hope you have a tubular run, Ben.
Thank you.
Here's to the amazing cause. Aquas has donated $10. Just says, dude, nice.
Dude, nice.
Derash has donated $5 and says, let's do what we can to stop that Alzheimer's disease that's hurting our families throughout the world. Also, we need to have more super cops in GTA 3 just to keep the game more fun than it is. This one is from the KZ crew.
So just to sort of explain that, Super Cops is a glitch in this game where you can be sort of arrested from anywhere, where a cop can just teleport to your car and throw you out and arrest you. It's a classic one in the community that everyone is sort of always looking out for, right?
Naturally.
Yeah. So you're welcome to continue. We are zooming on.
Yeah, sure, I've got 2 more donations.
Yep.
Mackenzie, thank you very much for the $10. The comment reads, beat Van Heist. You won't.
Yeah, go on, you won't. I dare you. Thank you, Mackenzie.
And finally, Harley Pan has donated $10 saying, some of the nicest dudes in GTA. Watch out for your former lovers in tanks.
Who's she talking about? Not us, right?
Not us, no. Okay,
no.
so I forgot that there was more platinum here, so I don't want to grab it, so I'm just sort of edging on the marker really quick. Don't mind me. Is that good? No?
Yeah,
Oh,
just
okay,
a little out of
we'll
range.
push it in. Sorry. All right, new plan. Get out.
Oh, yeah.
Your car's going to become real heavy, sir. Let me tell you. There you go. You can have it back now. And now we'll push it back in. I've never had to redo this before, so new every single time. There we go.
Perfect.
Yeah, so as I was saying, the sort of booleans, they stay no matter what. So, we only want to sort of get our car heavy when we're about to ditch the vehicle. So we'll come and pick those up later on when we're about to switch vehicles right at the end of Portland. So it's all planned. Don't worry about it.
No, I believe it.
Yeah.
And I believe you.
I'm good. I'm so happy that you believe in me because you might be the only one at this point.
Hey, I mean,
He doesn't know what's coming yet, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know most of this mod. Like, I spoiled the Van Heist thing for myself because I'm impatient.
Oh, who put that ambulance there when I'm trying to run over this?
Jeez.
What?
Dweeb.
Inconsiderate.
Oh yeah, where even is she?
This just seems to be a random ped, but it's definitely them.
Okay.
I hope so. Anyway.
Is it a different model every time?
I'd
Should
go.
be an old lady, I don't know.
Let's
All
find
right.
out.
She's gonna appear out of the
Yeah,
distance,
just
maybe.
spawn out of thin air. Yeah. Let's hope the old lady doesn't kill Tony. Okay, good.
Okay.
Usually it pans to a different camera angle.
I see. All right.
This ambulance might help, or it might hinder us.
I don't know.
It might help block some of the trucks. It might also run me over.
Yeah, you might.
It's definitely a
Might be a
catch-22.
ricochet,
Let's
yeah.
run away again.
Yeah, just do that. Fine.
Okay, that is exactly what I wanted. So it knocked it out of the booleans immediately, which didn't happen the first time. And now we can sort of just make our getaway. This is ideal. Oh, maybe not too ideal. Hello, sir. There we go. Oh god, I'm taking a lot of damage. Okay, so I'm going to take a little detour. And the simple reason is that usually I would go up the street straight to where our destination is going to be. However, the trucks can follow you and they can do a lot of damage. And the car has already taken a lot of damage. If it blows up, we're going to fail again. So I am also going to take another detour here, and I'm going to go round the back.
Oh, super smart.
Because there is another trap at Salvatore's place. It exists in the original game where a few more guys will shoot you. So instead, I'm just going to sort of take a detour just to be extra safe here. That I usually wouldn't do in attempts, but, you know, obviously
Now,
I wouldn't continue
I
with
did
a
think
death
about
attempt.
adding extra traps there on the drive around that you did, but I already thought the mission is hard enough.
Yeah, that is one of the hardest missions in this, so let's go. We're through it. We're through it.
Woo! 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 Woo!
We've already got KZ through chimping like a baboon over here. Let's go.
He did the thing. He did the thing.
I did the All right, so...
Oh yeah, there's more dated memes in this.
Yes.
Oh,
so
dear.
so Chaperone, the first thing to note is that usually you would go and see Chico, who's like a drug dealer on the west side. He's the green marker. And then there is the pink marker, which is the party that we're taking Maria to. If you go and see Chico, he just kills you. So, he kills Maria,
Nice.
I think, in the cutscene. So another
Well,
classic
actually,
trap.
it's a PSA basically. It's
Yeah.
don't do drugs.
Don't do drugs, otherwise your drug dealer might murder you. So yeah, keep that in
Exactly.
mind.
That doesn't seem like very sustainable business there, you know?
Yeah, exactly. And thank goodness for you all, because also there is a very obnoxious mechanic in this next cutscene where it showed the SWAT 4, like put your hands on your knees and all the sort of voice lines, turned up to 11. So it's just like ear-destroying sound for this cutscene. But don't worry, Tech, you don't have to turn it down, because we've recently discovered, after 8 years, that you can skip the cutscene.
Wait, you
Really?
can?
Yeah,
Wow.
the developer doesn't even know.
Oh, nice, nice. Okay.
If you press your submission key, which for me is caps lock, you can skip the cutscene.
Okay, all
8
right.
years of listening to that.
Sweet, yeah.
So I'm just going to mash, and we can skip the cutscene. Just
Oh, sick.
Yeah, that is not intended.
Oh,
oh,
okay,
that's
yeah.
not intended. Okay. Well,
No.
it should be intended, because showing this off at a marathon would not be very good otherwise. All right, so we're picking up Maria. Let's go. So I suppose while we're driving back, this is quite a slow ride. One thing I can quickly mention that is sort of like general mechanics that were changed in Toughened is that it is far easier to get wanted attention from the police in terms of, you know, the crimes you commit and how much chaos it causes and how quickly the police want to, you know, get onto you and try and arrest you. And not only that, but it's also more difficult to lose that attention. So let's say, for example, like, I don't know the exact numbers, but let's say, for example, that it would take you 2 minutes to get rid of the police so they'd forget about you. That's not the case in this, so it might take, you know, 3 or 4 minutes. In this particular case where I have 3-star wanted level, it doesn't matter, they won't forget about me anyway because it's sort of mission. What is this guy doing?
Nice. Very good, very
I
good.
wanted to go through that blockade, oh my,
Unbelievable.
terrible, terrible, terrible. I was doing so well until this point, and now that
I know,
minor
flawless,
inconvenience.
Flawless run.
Exactly. Yeah, so as I was saying, and also when you pick up a bribe star, usually they respawn after 6 hours. Hello,
Gonna
officer.
get in the way of the... No, okay.
Oh,
Wow.
whoa. Yeah, take that, officer.
That's one hell of a door you got there.
Exactly. Yep. So yeah, usually you would be able to collect a bribe star, which gets rid of one of your wanted levels, and then from there it will respawn after 6 minutes real time or 6 hours in game. They just don't respawn in this. I don't know if they do after a certain amount of time, but it's so long that you can't use them again, realistically.
I'm pretty sure we removed the respawn completely.
Yeah, so they don't respawn at all. So, this mission is sort of what we call an auto-scroller. What that means is that as long as I'm sort of in the right place at the right time towards the end of the mission, nothing we do matters. We can, you know, just sort of do a bunch of things. One of them is that we could grab the armor behind Salvatore's place. That's one of the only armor spawns on this entire island, if not the only armor spawn, you know, because they've removed a bunch of them. But we don't need it because we're going to be death warping pretty soon, so don't need it just yet. But what I am going to get, as you can see, is I've grabbed a taxi. The taxi is absolutely vital to this. There is a secret, sort of Easter egg, but it's not in Toughened mod. It's in the original game. And that you can take your own taxi to pick up Kelly Bob here. As you can see, he's waiting for a taxi. Gotta be very careful to not pick up the platinum.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
oh, edge. There we go. And we're just gonna wait, and if all goes well, it could fail, because I'm quite far away because of the platinum, but if all goes well, he should
there
start
you
walking to my taxi.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And you can actually pick him up and drive him. Oh, we got one of them. That's fine. Doesn't really matter. We can actually take him to the harbor ourselves. So as I say, that's like a secret mission mechanic. But it's completely intended. It even gives you an achievement in GTA 3 Definitive Edition. Did you know that?
Well, you know, I haven't thought about achievements since like 2007.
Yeah,
so,
fair enough.
Frankly.
I was big into achievements on the Xbox 360, but not ever since.
Yeah.
Since I made the switch to PC. So usually in GTA 3, you would kill this guy because he's a rat, and you're working for the mafia, and obviously, you know, rats are never good. But this is sort of the thing where you do the opposite. So instead of killing Kelly Bob, we actually just don't kill him, and then the mission will just pass if we just get a certain distance away.
Is there like a fail condition if you do kill him?
Yeah, if you kill him, you fail.
Oh, nice.
Like,
okay.
It's important to point out here, there's a reason, and you can figure it out while playing.
Yeah.
In the cutscene, nothing happens. He doesn't meet anyone.
Yeah.
So he's innocent.
Yeah, so he isn't actually a rat, it turns out, you know.
Yes.
Yeah. So we're going to grab this platinum here because we're going to switch vehicles before this next mission.
And obviously, Salvatore would be mad at you if you killed his loyal guy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so obviously, you know, a lot of them have perfectly valid reasons.
Not only does this mod have like the gall to change gameplay mechanics, also just rewriting the lore.
Yep, exactly. Yeah.
Just scratch it out in crayon, right on top of it. Very
exactly.
good.
So this next
The ending
mission
is different.
Yeah, the ending is different.
Oh wow, you changed the ending.
Yep. So this mission has another secret, and you might have seen it when I started the mission. It says you need to keep your friends close and your enemies closer. Obviously, quite an obvious reference. And the way it works in this is that the mission is exactly the same in terms of the sort of mechanics and whatnot involved, but there's an extra one that these guys have an unbelievable amount of health when they're far away from you, but when they're close, you can kill them very quickly. So I'll give you an example. If I were to shoot this guy from here, it would take like 7 clips or something ridiculous. But if I shoot him once, cause him to run near me, then I can kill him pretty much instantly. And that's exactly the same.
When you are near me, I do feel my knees weak. You know, like oh.
Like in a good way, or
yeah, like in a you know.
Casey Frew.
Yeah, I need a minute.
There are cameras, you know.
Yeah, I know.
People are watching.
I know. I'm confessing my love to you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So for this mechanic, I would like to point out that in the original speedrun at the time, people found an AK to try to snipe someone from the distance.
Yep.
So we put it in, and people would go to the first guy, use the AK until they're out of ammo.
Yeah, it takes 2 whole clips with the AK to kill that guy if you hit every single bullet. But otherwise, no chance. No. Also, Casey, I think we're better as friends. Sorry.
Oh.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I get it.
Anyway, so this last guy, shoot him once. Hopefully he comes towards me. Sometimes they get distracted with the Yakuza guys, or Mafia guys even. There we go. 30 grand, didn't I?
Easy 30 grand.
Yep.
Yeah, this game just throws money at you.
Yeah, it does. Toughened gives you even more money. We'll talk about that later on.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you have plenty of money to spend on pretty much
There's a good reason we increased the amount of money.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So this next mission is Blowfish. And as I mentioned, our health total doesn't really matter because we're going to death warp at the end of this. The end of the mission puts us in a place that's quite far away from where we need to be. So it makes more sense to just, if we death warp, then we'll spawn at the hospital nearby, and then we can just drive the ambulance back. This mission is tricky. There is no sort of way to properly cheese this. And essentially how it works is that you get into a garbage truck, but it's already on fire, and immediately starts ticking damage. And we've got to drive it across the map. And the sort of time limit with how long it takes before it blows up is so strict that if you crash once, it's over.
Nice. Awesome.
And obviously, since we can't use the top-down camera or anything to manipulate traffic, all we can really do is look behind us, which does, under certain circumstances, stop traffic from spawning in front of us, and just pray that we don't hit anything, really. So this is a real clencher. So
yeah, essentially we replaced the time counter that you normally have here with just a damage counter.
Yeah, exactly. So as you can see, we're already like 1/5 of the way to blowing up, which is not good. So right now, I've got enough speed that it should hopefully despawn. I did check just to make sure that taxi went, you know. Oh, okay.
I think we're good.
That did not do a lot of damage. That seemed like it worked.
Yeah.
I would have just gone back and restarted the mission if it had have done significant damage. And then there is a real clencher moment here, because the most efficient way to get through is, you know, the same as in the vanilla mod, because we're going to the same place. And there is a sort of cut through where we can sort of cut all these corners. And then there is one place where when we cut through the corner, there is like I don't know how you describe it. Basically here, there's like the billards and the wall, and ooh, those hitboxes are bigger than you think
they are quite large.
Yeah, exactly. So the fish factory is just around the corner, and all that we need to do is rig the bomb and blow up this place. So as you can see, we haven't got much time left before we detonate, so it is quite tricky. But thankfully, that damage from getting T-boned by that taxi did not push us over the edge.
Yeah, you've got more than enough.
Yep. So I'm gonna stand around
like 10
here.
seconds to spare.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm gonna stand around here and take a bit of damage from the explosion. I took around 20. If I stood really close to take as much damage as possible, I would have died, because you take 83 maximum damage, or 82, I think. And then I'm just gonna run into the fire just to make sure there's that death warping back to the hospital. There was one thing that I was gonna mention, and I think it was about the requirements in terms of like, looking behind. So the requirements for no more traffic to spawn in front of you is that you're looking behind you, so you're not looking for any more traffic to spawn. But also you have to be going a certain speed.
Yep.
And that certain speed is quite difficult to reach in a Trashmaster, because that thing is not very fast. So you have to basically hit like max speed and then start praying,
That's exactly right.
Yeah. So next step is bomb the base. We can actually do the drop down to 8 Ball's place here. There is no explosive barrels, thankfully, and it's a much, no rain. It is quite easy. Still easy to mess up, I suppose. You can never sort of underestimate how, easily you can mess up the easy stuff. So
I remembered something. At the start you mentioned things that we removed, like the camera, but I don't think you mentioned that we also removed replays completely.
Oh yeah, so that's a good thing to talk about.
Yeah, of course.
So
yeah.
if you've seen a GTA 3 run recently and how much replays are used to abuse the game, in Vice fourth side, we already removed replays at the time, even though you couldn't do any of these glitches yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you could do bribe replays, and that was about it, right? But
yeah, but duping and whatnot was pretty much unheard of at the time.
Yeah, so in a way, we removing that vector of abuse before we even really knew all the damage it could do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There's also a bunch of other things. A lot of people ask, like, can you dupe and whatnot? So not only are replays not in, but also all side content is stripped. So usually there's a hidden package there, which is a collectible in the game. Those don't exist. Rampages don't exist. Unique stunt jumps don't exist. Side missions don't exist. Submissions, aka like, vigilante, firefighter, etc. None of that exists. So all you can do are the main any % missions that you do in order to complete the game. So any sort of abuse from the side stuff is not possible.
There's a good reason for that. The original plan was that we were going to do a 100% version of this.
Yep. It's in the credits.
Every rampage, every package, everything redone in a different way so that you could experience it for the first time again.
Yep.
Why did you park on him?
Okay, so the reason I parked on 8 Ball is because the gimmick of this mission is that usually he waits until you sort of fire the first bullet, so you can sort of get, your bearings. That's not the case in this. He just runs immediately. Oh. So if I just let him run, he would just run up to his death straight away. So I park on top of him in order to give myself a bit more time. He does eventually, unstick himself like this. But it gives me,
do that?
I don't know. Maybe he like lifts up the... this guy has like broken wrists too, so he shouldn't be able to do anything. But apparently he is able to lift up the car and, sort of,
What a guy.
Yeah, get out of the way. But it gives us enough time to, sort of kill these people and let...
I'm gonna guess that's a vanilla unstuck command or something.
Ooh,
yeah, like if people get stuck, eventually they'll sort of respawn. Yeah. So we're just gonna.
As I was gonna say, we planned to do a 100% version, but doing this one took so long that we were not motivated to do it anymore, and then we just didn't do it.
Game
totally
crash.
Reasonable. Oh
no, that's unfortunate.
That's all right. We have saves, so don't worry about it. I'm not going to count that as a fail because that wasn't my fault.
I mean, that's not.
Exactly.
I agree.
We will. The game will close. Hello. Game.
I'll allow it.
It's time to task manage.
Yeah, we're gonna manage that task.
There you go.
But yeah, I thought that crash happened. So that is a crash that's in the original game. And I thought the reason that happened was because if you look at the boat when the explosion happens,
that does.
I deliberately looked away from it, and the game still crashed.
Yeah, I don't know. that is the one that does happen. Yeah, in OG, I've had that in attempts too.
Welcome to GTA 3.
Yeah,
you do the strategy that deliberately gets rid of the crash, and you still crash. So
exactly.
Yeah. So quickly bringing a save in here.
As long as we're on the same page that it's not the mod's fault.
Yeah, that is not the mod's fault. I mean, it could be, but I don't think it is.
I don't think so.
That cutscene that we crashed on, the mission would have passed. We would have driven back to Salvatore's place, and we're back here. So, no, not really much of it. I probably saved a bit of time, actually, technically. Yeah. Teleported a little bit. So, this is the last mission of Portland. And so the mechanic of this is that usually in original GTA 3, you get told sort of the last task that you have to do for the Mafia is to go and get in a car and take it to the Crusher, is it, to get rid of some evidence that's in there. The problem is that if you get into the car, like Josh did when he was, running.
Always gotta
when he was running through,
get that gut punch in.
Gotta get the gut punch in. Yeah. It blows up because it's a trap, and it does tell you because there is a pager, as you'll see on the left side. But the gimmick in this is that the boat that you would usually go to in original GTA 3 is a trap. I went to go and pick up the platinum there, but it's not there anymore because obviously we loaded the save. But as you can see, so the car is actually the correct thing. So they've swapped them around.
Good old switcheroo, yeah.
So Maria's waiting for us in the Cheetah, and then we're going to drive to... I think this is actually exclusive to Toughened. They created a new sort of harbor to the north of Portland. Can you confirm? I don't think this exists in the regular game, does it?
Is there an actual harbor? I think we just spawned a boat.
Well, it's sort of... Yeah, maybe you just spawned a boat. Yeah, I guess it's just more
a boat.
of a... Yeah, okay. Yeah, so there's no sort of jetty or anything. We just kind of launch ourselves. I guess we just jump off into the boat.
Sure, yeah. You gotta do what you gotta do.
Exactly. And then we're just simply driving to the start of Staunton Island, which is sort of the second island in the game. Bit of time, so Robo, donations?
Absolutely, thank you very much. We have $5 from Nab Noob that just says uninstalled. We have $20 from a converted Flamethrower Granny fan that just says, ignore Catalina, Flamethrower Granny is now my best waifu.
Friendship ended with Catalina, now Flamethrower Granny is my new best friend.
Indeed. Yep. And that's also gone to the San Andreas Definitive Upgrade, the Definitive Edition Upgrade incentive for Josh tomorrow. Potato has donated $12.34 with the comment, Potato.
Thank you, Potato.
And finally, Master Tom NL has donated $25 saying, through on stream? Yes, please. GTA 3? Wasn't this remastered recently?
Oh, no comment. No comment. So, this first mission is one of the only missions, but there are a few, that are actually faster in Toughened than it is in the original game. So, in the original game, as you saw, it said that Salvatore is going to leave the club at a certain hour. I think it was 5:30 it said, so 2 minutes from now. But the change that they made in Toughened is that as soon as you go to the club, he just comes out anyway. So you can use that to your advantage, because as long as you're prepared to take out all the guys nearby, you can, you don't have to wait for 2 minutes before you can complete the mission. All I do is just go to ammunition, get some more guns since we don't have any anymore, and then we just drive straight there and kill Sal and then come back again. So it's very speedy. I deliberately grabbed armor as well at the ammunition because a couple of these guys that spawn, we're going to pull into the back of Salvatore's place. Usually in the original game, you're intended to sort of wait for him to come out of the club and then like snipe him from a rooftop or something like that. Like that's what GTA series videos would do. But instead what you can do is if you run into the back, a bunch of Mafia dudes will come out all at once, and if you kill them all, then Salvatore spawns out front and he tries to run into the back. But then he's running straight down an alleyway towards you, so you can just run him over and insta-kills him. So it's a nice little strategy. And as I say, we're going to get the armor because quite a few of these have shotguns. And as I will show you later on, the shotgun is arguably the second most broken weapon in this game. So shotguns do a lot of damage. So it's just to take a potential shotgun blast from these guys. So I'll need to reload in a second.
Yeah, shotguns also do that. They knock you down.
They knock you down and can stun lock you, which is very annoying.
Yeah.
So kill him. Salvatore tries to run towards us, and we just run him over. That's mission.
I like how the strat is just tank the shot, bro.
Yeah, I mean, it seems silly, but I couldn't think of a faster way. Like, you go to get guns anyway, why not grab the armor, right?
You've done most of the the research for like proper strats for this, right?
Yeah, so a couple of people have done runs of this. Obviously, originally it started off as like something fun to race when it first came out, and nobody really knew how to do it. There aren't that many people who have done proper speedruns of it, but Zoton, for example, who works on the production side of ESA, Zoton did a run, and I remember when I first started looking into strats for this, I sort of looked at, Zoton's run and a couple of others that had done serious attempts, and just saw like what was the best strategies. And then I took a break for like 2 years, did some different GTA runs and whatnot. And then the second time I realized that the mission code for all the games, for the entire mod, is public on GitHub. So we could actually look up what all the secrets are and, create like an actual proper route for it.
Sure.
Rather than just kind of winging and being like, this strat might be possible, this strat might be possible, etc. So this mission is fairly simple, but there are a couple of changes. One of them is the position of the people. So it's sort of a simple kind of drive around the map, kill a few guys. The first set of dudes are they're in the park. Usually they're like on top of I don't know what you'd call it, it's almost like an island in the middle of the park right there. There's like a bit of like a body of water and there's like a grass hill. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what to call it, but instead they're chilling behind here, behind the, like underneath the bridge.
Yeah.
So we can just use our AK that we got from the ammunition to take those out.
Because that was changed because you can just snipe them from across the way usually.
Yeah,
but now you have to go all the way around. Yeah.
Exactly, yeah. And then this van coming up, which is where the next set of dudes are in, this is like, I think it's completely bulletproof and explosion proof. So you can't like launch a nade at it or blow it up or anything. But all that you need to do is you just need to bonk it with your car and they'll get out. And I think that's the same in original as well. I don't think this is different, but I could be mistaken. So you just
I think that is the same thing.
Yeah. So these two guys. And then this is where it gets, this is where you'll likely fail if you try and do this blind. So usually there's a couple of guys that are all up top on a set of like balcony windows, but the handy-dandy developers at Toughened decided to make one little change. And that is, there's one of them who's hiding behind here.
Oh.
He does some real damage.
With like
so
no
we're just
marker
going to throw a
too,
grenade. Yeah, no marker.
Real savage.
And obviously, the point of the mission is to kill everyone. So not only that, but if you kill all the guys there, you don't pass because the guy under the stairs that they don't tell you exists isn't dead. So you've got to find him. So yeah, that is
and
quite
if you
tricky.
find him, you most likely die.
Exactly. Yeah, you usually find him because he kills you, and you wonder where you got shot from. So it's very important that once I kill these guys, I'm going to quickly run and grab the M16s that they drop. And the reason for that is, KZ Fruit, do you want to talk a bit about the M16?
Yeah, the M16 is probably the most OP weapon in the game. It fires once every frame. It does a lot of damage, and it's 100% accurate if you're not in first-person view.
Yeah. No recoil
on the PC edition, yeah. So, very good weapon for that reason. I assume that the M16 spawn that is like nearby, like south, South Staunton. Yeah, I guess that's not there?
Correct.
Okay, yeah. So that is a very important place to get it then.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's a funny coincidence that you mentioned that it has 100% accuracy.
Yes. Oh, we will get into that later, let me tell you.
Oh, boy.
I have got so much pent-up rage from playing this casually and being told that like I was wrong when I said that they were 100% accurate. And then can you imagine the feeling when I see the code and I was right after all this time? We'll get into that.
All right.
Don't worry about that.
Yeah, sure.
Now, but I just had
to. I won't worry.
Just had to let a little bit of gamer rage out there. But later on, we are going to.
Yeah. So I guess your chat was always telling you to get good or something.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm the bad player, but in reality, I was right the whole time. But I knew that. I knew that.
Just deep down.
So this is, I would say, probably the one mission where we're sort of doing it fully intended, which is kind of sad because the fully intended way is quite boring. So what you have to do is there is a sort of speedster boat out here, and he's like a creep that we need to kill. He has an awful lot of health, as you can see. Like, we're shooting him with the police boat, like, turrets, and it does almost nothing. So usually in vanilla GTA 3, what you would do is you would sort of go down to the pier and M16 the boat down. Now, if you try and do that in this, it doesn't do nearly enough damage. It does about half, so, he has double health. What you can do is you can sort of, drive around where he triggers with the boat, and then, sort of shoot him with like a sniper rifle and then M16 him down. And it's doable, but as you can see, we're also in quite thick fog. So it's really difficult because there's no sort of reference because you can't see anything besides water and a few of these little buoy things. So.
Yeah. Is that weather fixed for this mission?
It's fixed.
Yeah, okay. That's not an OG.
We do that in a lot of missions where weather makes stuff harder. We intentionally set it to a certain cycle.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, just when you thought it couldn't get any worse, like also the weather is against you.
Yeah. The elements.
Yeah, exactly.
For example, Evidence Dash at some point is going to have some rain for sure.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, Evidence Dash is a good meme, so we'll get into that pretty soon. We've only got a couple of missions left. But next up is Payday for Ray, which is on Watch Mojo's list as one of the hardest missions of all time. Imagine me when this has an extra sort of... So what you have to do is you have to go and answer a lot of phones around the city.
Yeah.
And Toughened made it, so you have to get one all the way south and then go all the way to the north of the map to answer an extra phone, and then go back to the south to keep answering phones again.
And you have the same amount of time.
You have the same amount of time, yeah, 3.5 minutes or so. So I'm going to do a little teleport here.
Ooh, cheeky.
Don't worry too much about that. Yeah, cheeky. Essentially, all that is that because you sort of, there's no enter and exit animations for boats, what they did was they made it so if you're near a boat and you're near a jetty, and you step into the water, you just teleport to shore. So that's like sort of a hidden mechanic. That's in the original game. That's not a Toughened exclusive thing.
You took that in part closer.
So yeah, this mission is where you find out if you're good at driving and dodging traffic, basically.
Exactly. Unfortunately, I'm not good at driving, so I'll do my best. Yeah, my eyesight is not great, you know, so I will try hard and do as best as I can. Also, the voiceovers for this are redone, and they're quite funny. I think it's your voice, I believe.
Nope.
But no, it's not.
No.
Whose is it? Is it Lineator's?
No.
No? Nord?
It's Pack.
Of course it's Pack. the guy with the lowest octave range on planet Earth.
Yeah.
And then it's also turned down with a voice changer as well. Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, hello there.
Oh.
It's alright.
That's still not a good start.
Yeah, not a good start, but there's time. I've done this with crashes before.
Okay.
So.
I believe in you.
Glad someone does. So yeah, in the meantime, Robo, you are welcome to read some donations. So this is just driving. It's tricky, but you know, probably not talking will work in my favor. So.
Fantastic. Well, hopefully this will help you concentrate. Nev Flynn has donated $10. It says, good luck not choking in this challenging run, Ben.
Thank you.
Do you need help? Trust your commentators. KZ Vrew is great at the water part of the run.
Yeah. We won't talk about that anymore. It didn't happen. That's right. I gotta block you, don't I? Yeah.
Yeah.
Further knowledge.
Do that live on stream.
Yeah.
A Real Riley has donated $15. Thank you very much for that. And Pokerface Owati has donated $10.
Not bad.
Yeah, the comment says, Pokerface Owati donates $15. And he's saying Pokerface Owati just sent us $20 with the comments, good luck, Ben.
Thank you.
I'm not sure whether part of that comment was true.
They even toned it down.
Yeah.
Very good. Yeah. It's not quite that deep in real life.
Yeah, exactly.
We wanted to make it sound even creepier than in the normal game.
I'm petrified. I'm gonna be honest. Sorry, Robo, do continue.
No worries. We finally have a $10 donation from Gurumin that says, great run so far. Loving the commentary and this ridiculous mod that I'll probably never play myself.
Correct choice.
Same.
Yeah, let me tell you.
Very, very sensible person.
Sensible, yeah. I'm going the wrong way as well. I'm going to the last phone.
Oh, no.
Oh, boy.
Oh, wrong route, sir.
Here comes in your muscle memory for playing too much
Muscle memory for... Yeah, exactly. Oh, boy.
Yep.
This is going to be tricky now. Possibly not doable, but that's okay. We do have a generous estimate, so... But it means that if I actually fail the hard stuff, then we might be in trouble.
I thought you'd been grinding this world record holder, sir.
Yeah, grinding. Yeah. I would definitely do that, because grinding this is very fun. Let me tell you.
Speaking of playing the mod, I think you can just Google GitHub and Toughened mod GTA 3, and you should be able to find it where you can download it and everything.
Yeah. If you want to, for whatever
Yeah, if you're
reason.
seeking a challenge because you think you're good at GTA 3, give it a try.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't like to be humbled, so.
All All right, I'm gonna mega sweat this. It might be doable.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
So the last phone is coming up. We have 37 seconds. Is this doable, KZ Fruit? Do you know? in a
Let me run the simulations.
Yeah.
Timer ends at the phone, right?
Yeah, timer ends at the phone.
Oh,
Otherwise, we'd be done.
Easy, dude. Yeah, that's easy.
Okay, let me concentrate. Quiet time.
Yeah, just don't screw up, Ben. Ben, come on. Posture check, Ben. Posture check. Are you hydrated, Ben?
I am hydrated.
Okay, good. Are you
I could use a
breathing?
little game of sip, actually.
All right. Are you frame?
Am I breathing?
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Are you frame perfect?
Oh, we got plenty of time.
Yeah, I told you. Yeah, it's free.
Take that, Watch Mojo.
Woo!
Impressive, Ben.
Thank you.
It would have been frame perfect if you didn't take the wrong route.
Yeah. Well, I was just proving that even with extra objectives and having no idea where to go, you can still do it.
Brain was literally off for a second.
Just listening to donations. Perfect.
Yeah, we didn't want to make it as tight as Blowfish? Yeah, Blowfish.
Yeah, Blowfish.
Yeah.
Okay, so
if you only had 10 seconds to spare it, optimal driving, I think everyone would have just gotten very frustrated.
Yep, and this may have taken a couple of tries, let me tell you, because optimal driving, not something I'm good at. So, next up is Silence is Neat. We're sort of into like the main, sinking our teeth into the main part of Staunton Island now. And the sort of gimmick for this is that usually you would just M16 or grenade McCaffrey, and he doesn't have a lot of health. But in this, I don't know the numbers exactly, but he has significantly more health to the point where if he just spawns in the garage and drives away, you can't really kill him quick enough. So all that I'm going to do is I'm just going to park this convenient blister that spawns here. I'm just going to park it in front of where he's going to be. The game isn't smart enough to check if there's anything in front of the garage, so then we can just launch a grenade into the window, and then he's going to spawn and immediately hit the blister. And then we can just nuke him with grenades.
That is pretty much the...
Oh, he came out very quick. We might be able to nail him.
Wow, that's insane.
We get him? We didn't get him.
No, I don't.
Did not get him, gamers. That's all right.
Dude, unbelievable.
Thankfully, this mission to fail it's very quick. So, it's like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
A lot more.
Going for the pain spray and just accepting the fail, going for the pain spray.
Yeah, I mean, you can't catch him with 4 stars. It's not possible. Oh, he's driving back towards me. Hold on. Maybe I can get him.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Just going. Well.
Oh, now he's going back. Oh, this guy, dude. If you're gonna fail, let me fail. Like, come on. I'm gonna try and go and get him.
Jerking your emotions around.
Yeah, exactly. Let's go and see where this guy is. Wait, is he above me?
You can catch him this way.
Ah, that's fine. Whatever.
I don't even see him on the map.
We'll type the L and move on. Let's go. There we go.
Yeah.
He finally failed the mission. Yeah.
Hit correct.
So, as I was saying about the fact that it's really fast if you fail the mission, it's not if that happens.
Yeah, that's
never seen that.
That's unusual. Yeah.
Yeah, that's all right. As I was saying before,
the blocking off the garage is kind of the intended strat by us or me, I guess.
Yeah, what I used to do is I used to go and get like the barracks from Phil's place, which is obviously a lot larger, or some kind of big vehicle like a bus or something. The blister is quite a lot faster. It's obviously just a bit less consistent because he sometimes can just ram it out the way. But as I say, little fails like that are not a huge deal. As I said, like right at the start, just in case you were here and were wondering sort of why nobody really cares about failed missions. This mod is like designed to have several fails done. Like a perfect run is pretty much impossible. Like even my PB in this like loses several minutes in certain missions just because the way it is. It's essentially Kaizo, where like perfection is not really doable. So we shall try this again. And I will park a little further to the south because I think I parked a bit far north. And he sort of, pushed the corner of the car.
He is going that way. So.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll park like this. Should be a bit better. The tricky part is when you go to throw this grenade, obviously if you miss, you'll just blow up your own car that you've just positioned. So you gotta make sure you have that reference ready.
Forced
to go.
one shot, yeah.
Exactly. So there we go. Now he's significantly more stuck. And also obviously blowing up the blister is good.
Yeah.
So we can just nuke him.
There you go.
There we go.
Well done, well done, well done, well done. Claps,
Dude,
claps, claps for that one, claps for that one.
Thank you, thank you. Also going to pain spray one more time because Eidgard is a very nasty person and doesn't remove your wanted level when you complete this mission. So
yeah, that usually does happen. Yeah. The good old meme of like, you know.
There's a pain spray right there. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, Fair enough. Can't argue with that. If it was like across the map, I'd be fuming. So next up is arms shortage, and arms shortage has a number of changes, and one of them is extremely beneficial to us later on in the run. So God, I'm going to require a bit of verification if possible, because some of the parts of this mission don't make too much sense, but we'll kind of go through it play by play. So what you usually do is you go up to Phil's place and you've got to sort of defend him from a bunch of people who are coming to kill him. I don't remember exactly the reason, doesn't really matter. There are these 3 cars that come, and then there are also 2 extra dudes that spawn in the alleyway next to you. You got to kill them all, and then Phil says like, hey, thanks for helping me, I run an armory, you can buy weapons. Great. For some reason, these guys that come are in like random vehicles. They're in like stallions and stuff. I don't know if that was intended, God. Do you know?
I did not remember we changed the vehicles, but I'm sure we did intentionally, yeah.
Yeah, So usually you have like a couple of weapons that you can use just up here on these shipping containers, and one of them has 5 rockets which you can use for the whole thing. However, this only gives us 1, so yeah, we're starting off nice and difficult.
Better be worth it.
We're going to use it for this guy, and then this is why we grabbed the M16.
Yeah.
Because we can just nuke these guys with the M16, then while the 3rd car comes, we can kill these 2 guys, and then this last guy, and that's another mass mission done. So, as you can see, there's a tank on my right. Usually, in original GTA 3, you can technically enter this tank, but there's 2 problems. One is that you have to do like quite a tricky sort of set of inputs to get in there, and 2 is that it's not explosion proof. So as we mentioned earlier, if you collide into something with a tank, it does explosion damage, right? It blows up the car. So if you were to do that in original GTA 3, you would just blow yourself up immediately. So it's not particularly useful. However, in this, as long as you pick it up at this specific point, it is unlocked and it is explosion proof. So we can actually use it to our advantage. It just so happens that I believe after the Toughened mod came out, about a year or so later, it was discovered that you can completely cheese evidence dash and skip basically the entire mission by using the tank. And essentially, the way it works is that I may be, particularly wrong on the specifics, but the sort of intention of evidence dash is that there's a bobcat and it drops packages. You got to bump into him and get all the packages, and then blow up the car that has the packages in it. Okay? So as you can imagine, you can't just blow up the car. If you sink it in the ocean, you fail the mission. If you try and shoot it, it's bulletproof. If you try and explode it, it's explosion proof. But what it isn't is collision proof, because obviously you're intended to bump into it with a car to damage it and take the packages out. But as you can imagine, because it's explosive proof, there's no sort of check for blowing it up via an explosion, because it's explosive proof. So why would you?
Okay.
Why would there be a check there? So if you collide into it with a tank, which is collision damage, and kill it, the mission just passes.
Sounds right to me.
Yeah, so that is what we call tank ED. That is something that's done. People actually do it for world record attempts in the vanilla game with the sort of, the tank that's made out of paper mache. That is very risky because of the fact that if you hit anything else, you'll just blow yourself up after a few explosions. But this, it's much easier. There's only a couple of things that we need to look out for. One is obviously police, and 2 are physics. So this tank, even though it may look very stable,
for physics.
Yeah, watch out for physics. Because when you sort of explode a car by colliding into them with a tank, all the sort of like individual pieces, like the doors and the windows and stuff, they all kind of blow up, right? And they all kind of go everywhere. The problem with that is I need to... Oh, I'm on the wrong place here. Here we go. I'm blind, don't worry.
No, I couldn't see it either, man. Don't worry.
Okay, good. We're all blind. Yeah, so if you collide into a car and blow it up, there's a chance that you can, like, get stuck on the door, and it'll just flip the tank. So, oh, hello! There it...
Shoot!
What?
Oh, wait.
Hey!
Claps. Woo! But you gotta fail something soon.
True.
Yeah.
I'll get to that. There's plenty of opportunities left.
Oh, good, thank God.
Yeah, so as I was saying...
Basically, by putting in that tank secret, we were like trendsetters, right?
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Everything was done in Toughened first, That's done in the vanilla game.
Everything?
Everything.
All right,
absolutely everything.
All right. You're gonna cite your sources, or?
Soon you'll see people driving perennials on Scam and everything. It's crazy stuff. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to avoid crashing into people as much as I can, because obviously, A, it's going to give me police attention, and B, it's going to mean that I might flip, and that's not a good idea. So, next mission is Liberator. I don't need the tank anymore, but I'm going to use it for a later mission, and I'll explain why when we get there. But for now, obviously, if I would just abandon this, it would sort of despawn later on. So what I'm going to do is, as we're going north anyway, and we're going to be driving past the Staunton safe house, I'm going to go and whack it in the garage so I can use it later.
Whack it in the garage?
Oh, is
Sorry. Sorry. This is the part where we start to pick apart your language.
You
Yes.
stupid British person. You talk so funny. Howdy, y'all. I'm Casey Fruit.
Hey now.
Yeah, I don't want to hear it, dude.
Come on, brother.
So, we're going to go in. What would you say? Place it in the garage.
Park it.
Park it in the garage.
Garage. Yes.
Garage.
Yes.
Anyway, we're going to whack it in the garage. We're in Europe now. Speak properly.
That's true. That's true.
So there's one thing that we can also do with a tank, which I haven't been doing too much, but what you can do is, if you want to go mega fast, is you can shoot the cannon behind you, and it propels you forward. And this can actually make the tank to be one of the fastest vehicles in the game, because obviously you can gain like almost infinite momentum. The reason I'm not doing it is because, again, we're trying to play as safe as possible to, you know, not embarrass ourselves too much. And I don't want to get too much police attention. So usually you can, you know, sort of, you know, fling that cannon wherever you want, and gain a lot of speed. But again, if I flip, it's another practice save getting loaded. So I would like a
car in the
vehicle,
building
please.
there.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, homie in the building. Yeah. Nice.
You good? Hello?
No, it's not. No,
Can I steal this?
Man, I would not.
Yeah, probably not. I'll probably like crash the game or something if I do that.
It like immediately exploded. Yeah, crashing the game definitely works.
Yep. So
I think this road is just broken in vanilla as well.
Yeah,
it's
the vanilla
this
thing.
road.
Not a mod thing.
Yeah. But what is a mod thing is that usually you would need a cartel cruiser, and they spawn randomly in where we are now, which is like Fort Staunton. But thankfully, the Toughened developers, very nice of them, they placed one right outside of the place that we're going, and it's always unlocked. So very nice.
Oh yeah. So normally
Speedrunner friendly.
Yeah.
in the vanilla game you have replays, and you would enter this compound and quickly play a short replay, which makes these guys passive for whatever reason. But
Yeah.
no
Like
replays
resets
here.
their AI to like the previous state, which is just patrolling.
Yeah. So yeah. So no replays here, and obviously you have to play a little more honestly.
Yeah, exactly. So there's a couple of guys here, and usually there are 3 garages that the old Oriental gentleman can spawn in. That one, or that one. Toughened again made it speedrun friendly, because there's actually a 4th one, and he spawns in here instead. Would be very careful to not die. There we go. I did actually get one of them with a rocket at least, which was nice.
And he does spawn here every time, not like in vanilla where
Yeah, it's not random. Exactly. So it's very nice that at least, you know, I was going to say it's brutal but fair. That's a lie. It's very unfair, but at least it's not random, if that makes sense. Like, if you play perfectly, you can do this quite consistently. The thing is, it's so difficult that perfection is not something that's humanly viable.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's very important that even though this car isn't particularly good, we're going to keep it for this next mission. Also, when we start this next mission, we're going to immediately get 5 stars. So we're going to have to, you know, sort of hightail it in this average vehicle with the FBI coming after us, drive to the pay and spray to get rid of the 5-star wanted level, which is sort of part 1, and then do like an almost pixel perfect snipe through a wall to do the next strategy for the next mission. So this mission is hard.
Oh, this is, you're doing Kenji snipe?
Kenji snipe.
Okay, yeah.
We're doing the all missions variant, which is like right at the start.
Yeah, that's why. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So this is not particularly easy, so I'm going to do my best to concentrate again. Ide and KZ Free, you are welcome to, you know, talk amongst yourselves. You can talk about the game, or mock my accent, whichever comes first. It's up to you.
No, you're right. We are in Europe. I'm at an away game, so I got to respect the home team, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Sure. Yeah, I've never played this mod. I actually, sitting here, I didn't really know. I knew the one thing. I knew the one thing about the van heist because you piqued my curiosity with that.
Yep. He Googled it. He cheated.
Did you try it?
He sat us all down. He was like,
Ooh. Okay, well, that is a
good.
fantastic start.
Oh, busted upside down? That's just the 2 layers of rude. That's a rude sandwich.
Remember when I said you got to look out for physics? The only reason that happened was because I hit a car and just flipped.
Yeah.
And instead of pushing it out the way.
Right. Thanks,
Okay.
GT3.
Yep. Give me 1 second here. I will not be a second. You guys can continue.
Oh, we have
talking,
to. Okay, sure.
Yeah, so the reason, even though technically I could continue, I spent almost all of my money on rockets and then immediately lost them all. So if you want to see like the full stretch of the run, I do need to load a save here, unfortunately.
Yeah, especially since like since the game is like stripped of all its let's call them features.
Yeah, exactly. So you can't do side content to get money.
Yeah, there's just no way to actually get money. It's would that be a soft lock then?
Sort of. So as I was saying before, like technically speaking, I do have enough money to buy the rockets and try again, but I won't be able to do a lot of the strategies later that require the rockets. So for the sake of the showcase, to show, everything possible, it's much better to just load a save than sort of do the...
To answer your question, through, there is one mission towards the very end of the game where you can actually generate infinite amount of money.
Oh, okay. Is that also in vanilla?
No,
no.
That's intended. Okay. We put that in just before the exchange, so you could still reach the 500k.
Okay.
I didn't know it was infinite-eyed. How exactly does that work?
Well, it's not infinite, but you can...
Okay, enough
for every
money.
stall on Espresso to go you kill, you get 10k, and you can redo the mission however often you want.
Okay, yeah, makes sense, yeah.
All right, there you go. Smart. Having a fail-safe there.
Very smart, yeah. So, we'll try that one again. Hopefully we get further than like 5 seconds into the mission.
I believe in you, buddy.
Let's do it.
Got time for a couple of quick donations?
Yep, go for it.
Okay. Wendell Knotts has donated $50. Thank you very much. The comment is, good luck, Toughened Ben.
Thank you.
Good commentary, Definitive Ben.
Thank you.
Me?
Are you Definitive Ben?
Oh, man, I mean, if I take it at face value, me being definitive, I like that.
You are like the Ben.
But
right?
the connotation of definitive edition of, it's it makes me sound not so hot. But I'll take it as a compliment.
It's the perfect comment because like you don't know if it's an insult.
Now I'm chewing the fat on it, right?
Yeah,
It's just making me think.
Yeah.
On an unrelated note, that donation went towards the Definitive Edition upgrade of San Andreas.
Because we need to make Josh suffer.
There we go. Yeah, we need to make Josh. If I'm gonna suffer, Josh has to suffer. So we need to make him play definitive. All right, so we're heading into the pay and spray here. This is sort of part 1 done, but it's definitely not over yet, as I said. So, so what you have to do in this mission is you have to kill Kenji, who is like the hello.
Oh, yeah, they got the star right. Oh no, and now there's crunch
stuck there. Move, dude.
Come on.
Get out the way!
All right, that's got to be it. No?
Dude!
What is happening?
What the? Just.
Oh, now you got 2 stars because of the
fantastic.
Like, the more.
Can you?
3 stars even. Huh?
I have never seen anything like this.
That's pretty sick.
Get out the way!
Is it the car parts?
I have 4 stars now.
Yeah. 4 stars. Yeah. Going back to what you said about like wanted level being like easier to obtain.
It is so easy to
get.
Yeah.
That's crazy that you just hit 1 car and that's nuts.
So you have to kill Kenji. He's at the top of the multi-story car park right next to me. Usually in vanilla GTA 3, you can shoot a rocket through the floor underneath him and blow up the cars that he stood near, and that kills him. They're explosion-proof in this, so that doesn't work.
Oh,
but what we can do instead is that if all goes well, there is a very sort of tricky lineup where we can sort of shove ourselves into this corner, and then we look at very tricky pixels. I do apologize if I'm moving that off camera. I'm very blind, so picking pixels is not the easiest thing. And of course, I get a cop spawning here as well. That's going to annoy me. Officer, I'm going to need you to not do that. Thank you. Okay. We'll continue to try and shoot pixels. And essentially, you shoot him through the wall with the sniper rifle.
Yeah.
Because sniper rifle bullets move so fast that they actually go through surfaces.
Yeah, you can just wall bang.
Yeah, exactly. The problem why this is sort of inconsistent is because these old games, they work on like a grid. So as you can see, I'm sort of shooting these pixels, but not every pixel is the same when you aim every single time. So you sort of just got to pick like a range of pixels that should work. And there we go, we got it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Clap.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And at the time we made this mod, the strat was not really used, so otherwise we would obviously try to prevent it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, this is more of a sort of modern strat that's done in all missions and 100% nowadays. But yeah, so it's as simple as that. The sniper bullets go so fast that you can shoot through walls and wall bang people. Or in this case, like floor bang, I guess.
Sure.
Yeah, so that was horrid, but we made it through, so all good. All we need to do now is just ditch the car, which we'll do by just exiting here, and then we will move on.
The alternative would have been way more painful.
Yes, exactly. So the alternative is that the intentional strat is that you go all the way up in this Colombian car, and you try and run him over. But the problem is that you run him over, but you just get gunned down by everyone. But I think they have like M16s in Toughened, so they just destroy you when you try and go up there. It's absolutely horrible. And if you get out of the car to try and shoot him, you fail, because the whole point of the mission in terms of lore is that you're supposed to, you know, sort of go up there and show that you're in a cartel car, and then kill the Yakuza leader so it looks like it's a gang-related incident, when in reality it's just Claude being a bit of a goofball.
You're a hired man.
Exactly.
Being a goofball. Yeah.
That's one way to downplay it.
The best way probably to prevent the sniper strat would have just been increase the range in which you have to be in a car. If we just increased the range to the whole parking lot, you could have not sniped them because they would have been detected.
Yeah, exactly. You would have failed if you got out of the vehicle.
Yeah, that would have been probably the fix.
Yeah. So, we're grabbing a tank again here. As you can see, we've got a minute timer on the top right, and the way this mission works is it's another auto-scroller, so it sort of plays itself. As long as we're on time to pick up the set of packages that spawn, a plane or a dodo spawns and drops a load of packages that we need to grab in a boat. And as long as we're sort of on track there, then we're all good. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to head down here with the tank, and I am going to get 3 stars, first of all, because I accidentally shot a guy behind me. Hello, officer. I'm going to get 4 stars real quick at this rate. So we're going to park our tank near the jetty, and we're going to use it for the final section of this mission. So this mission is quite trivial in terms of what we're doing right now, because it's very similar. It's exactly the same. The only difference is that the speedboat that you would use doesn't exist. So we use the police boat, which is right next door. We use this one instead. So you pick up the packages, and for every package, you get more police attention until you end up with 5 stars. So obviously, usually you could like pay and spray the 5 stars away, no problem, no big deal. But the problem is not the 5 stars, but the fact that when you hit the final mission marker, there is an actual rampage in this. And you have to destroy 15 FBI cars in, I want to say 2 minutes, it might be less. So, as you can imagine, the easiest way to safely take out that many FBI cars is just sit in a tank and let them run into you, essentially.
Yeah, that's a really interesting, like, alternative objective.
Exactly, yeah. So, the final part of this mission is stupidly difficult, but the tank makes it a lot... It doesn't make it easy, but it makes it significantly more trivial. So we're going to grab the packages, and as you can imagine, it also makes the drive home quite easy. The only problem is, and I'm going to say this, I'm going to preface it, because it'll likely happen, you know, because we've had a couple of streaks of bad luck here so far, is that, again, the FBI can drive into you, blow themselves up, you hit their door, you flip the tank, you're dead.
Yep.
So let's hope that doesn't happen. But you know, we've had stranger things like getting stuck in that pay and spray with those FBI guys. What were they doing?
It's a pretty good strat with the tank. We never expected people to use the secret from the earlier mission, obviously, to use it on here.
Yeah, exactly. And I believe that was Zoton's idea. I don't believe I came up with that. Zoton definitely used the tank for several missions. I don't know if he used it for Evidence Dash, but Zoton definitely used it for one of them, and I think it might have been this one. So yeah. It was definitely a sort of community effort. I can't take all the credit for, like, you know, sort of routing this and making it you know, a somewhat viable speedrun. It definitely was a sort of group effort. So shout outs to everyone who's, you know, helped me along the way making this into something that's somewhat something that we can do in a marathon, because, you know, doing Toughened in a marathon before, I've only ever done it at GTA Marathon in 2018. When the route was very much in its infancy, and it was an unbelievable train wreck. It took me like almost 3 hours. At one point I got stuck and I had to cheat to get myself out because I got stuck under the roof in Blowfish, which is admittedly my fault.
You were using the cheated version? Come on, man.
The cheated version. So what we mean by the cheated version is, like, if you try and type a cheat code in the Toughened mod, it just says filthy cheater and gives you a 6-star wanted level, no matter what the cheat is. So yeah. So here, I want to run out. I want to immediately try and run back into my tank as quickly as I can, because here's the rampage. Hello.
Yeah. Gotta scare him away. That's
Please
fine.
do not shoot me too much. Thank you.
The rampage does give you that.
Does give you an M16.
Okay,
yeah.
good.
So it is doable. So it's significantly more difficult because, as you say, all those guys will just destroy you.
Yeah, if we gave him like an Uzi, this would be impossible.
Yes, straight up.
Exactly. So Toughened, you know, their plan is to go as close to impossible as possible, I suppose. But yeah, this is significantly easier. So once we destroy them all, we have no more wanted level. Got to be very careful to not cause any more chaos, otherwise the FBI will kill me, because they are still nearby. They are just sort of unaggressive. And yeah, this is the end of the tank escapade. And we are going towards Shoreside Vale.
Yeah.
So Shoreside Vale is just a couple of missions. But this is where I would say, and I hope you don't mind me saying, God, this is where I think you guys got a little lazy. So there aren't many super interesting mechanics in this, but what happens is that pretty much every enemy you encounter in this segment of the game, A, has an M16, which is extremely overpowered. B, they're 100% accurate.
Oh, Lord.
So what that means is that if they see you, they will left click and they will just insta-kill you. Your health does not matter. So
we did get carried away a little bit with the M16s. Yeah.
Carried away is definitely a way I would describe it, yes. So I'm going to try and... Can I get this? Oh, red light. Yeah, perfect. Thank you. Thank you for obeying traffic laws.
But I can blame the limited staff of exactly 2 people. You know, 2 people coming up with creative ideas how to change missions.
Yeah.
It's not that many people.
Yeah, exactly. So essentially what these missions become is obviously dealing with the... There are some changes, which we'll detail later on. As we'll go into when we get towards the airport here, which is our next destination. But mainly the sort of idea is not getting insta-killed. So avoiding as many insta-kill mechanics as possible. So we're on the way to drive to the airport, Shoreside Vale. Nothing mega interesting going on. Robo, you are welcome to read some donations.
Okay, we've got a very appropriate $10 from Mackenzie, saying, according to Mr. Liv Sr., tanks are cheating. Stop it! You
right?
naughty, naughty boy!
I do apologize, Mr. Liv Sr.
Quite alright. We have an anonymous $5 donation saying, love that game. Scott Check has donated $20 and says, nice.
Nice.
And finally, Code Gorilla, thank you very much for the $30. There's no comment there, but that's gone to the bonus any percent run for Anodyne.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. So, this is where we're going to see the first instance, while I snipe these guys, of using the Dodo. So, KZ3, do you want to give us a little bit of a rundown on the Dodo?
Sure.
The lore update?
Lore update on the Dodo. So, the Dodo is a vehicle that they just kind of threw into the game, I think just for fun, really. They clearly wanted to try and code a flyable airplane, but they sort of did the opposite. So, effectively, to fly the Dodo, you have to hold down to go up, and then to descend, you stall out, so then you lose speed and you sink down. Like, you're always gaining altitude in like the orientation of whatever direction is the top of the Dodo. So to turn, you just turn sideways, and it does that. Yep. You're basically always gaining height. So that's why going down is important to kind of counteract against that. The other thing is, having no overhead camera means that your taking off is going to be a lot trickier, because you're going to encounter some vehicles in your path when flying the Dodo around. So I'm very excited to see how Mr. English Ben gets around all of these things here.
Yeah, so the sort of TLDR of that is essentially all that you need to know is, like, this is not intended to be flown.
Yeah,
like,
sure.
Ever.
Sure,
like, you are not supposed to be able to do this. So, we were talking before about insta-kill mechanics. This little cartel cruiser here, what we need to do is we need to get over to that sort of lift over here. If you touch that cartel cruiser, it just kills you instantly.
Good.
Like, so there is... Yeah, so obviously the intended strat is that you can fight and go around all this and go and kill these guys. But there is a lot of dudes, they have M16s, and it's very annoying. Thankfully, we have a Dodo, and thankfully that Dodo has a very small, invisible hitbox that we can jump on, and then jump on here. And then we can launch a couple of grenades to sort of kill, you know, enough guys that we can sort of tank the rest of the damage. Kill that guy over there. There's usually a guy that runs on top of here somewhere. There's one just at the bottom here. Yeah, that sounds
Nice.
like it did some serious damage. Hello.
Oh.
He just doesn't care.
All right, whatever.
All right, that works.
It's very passive there.
Very passive.
That's strange.
Yeah. So essentially what you want to do is, yeah, it's just like hop over the wall and just do a sort of enough damage with the grenades to where you don't need to worry about, you know, you can sort of tank the damage and jump over. That is still an insta-kill, by the way, so we're going to
Yeah,
kill
I was going to say,
Yeah,
Fruit,
yeah,
did
yeah.
you notice how far he went around it?
Yeah,
I
it's still an
noticed
insta-kill.
now. Yeah, it makes sense.
And there is one more trap at the end of this mission. The reason I'm commentating it is so I don't forget about it. So one last kick in the teeth. If one insta-kill mechanic wasn't enough, right at the end of this extremely long mission, we're going back to Donald Love's place to store the packages. And just when you're about to, there's two pillars, one on your left and one on your right. And there are two guys that spawn there with M16s that are 100% accurate.
Oh, yes.
So if you don't know they're there, you walk into the final mission marker and you just die. And that is a huge kick in the teeth. Even if you can run through and tank the damage and get lucky enough, you spawn in and it goes mission complete, they kill you immediately.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fantastic. I'd is laughing. You should be ashamed of yourself. You really should.
I think this is one of my prouder moments, actually.
Oh my goodness.
At least it's not like an evil laugh, like
Yeah, it's a little giggle.
Yeah. Cheeky giggle.
Exactly. So yeah, they're just behind these pillars here. So this is what the grenades are, like the VIP of this mod, of this run, because obviously you can just kind of throw them in a general direction and kill these guys. So there's one just here. We'll listen for the. Yep. Ooh. And one just here. There we go. As you can see, there they are. Mission passed.
Nice, 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 nice. Dude. Nice.
Very nice.
Yeah, claps, come on.
Yeah, take that insta-kill mechanic. 'Cause I'm smarter than you.
He deserves claps after all this practice
Yeah.
with playing this.
Playing this
Most,
travesty.
The best part about this mod was actually when we released it, a lot of the GTA community was playing it at the same time, kind of racing against it. And just watching all the different runners streaming and running into these insta-kill traps was very entertaining.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Just going from tab to tab, watching.
Yeah, he's got
Watching like 6 people at the same time.
I'd has like a surveillance room with like all the the security camera footage, but it's just Twitch streams of people getting killed.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, so we just got a very short journey here back to the construction site. The next mission is bait, and again, it is one of the missions that is faster in any percent. And essentially, the way it works is that you have to group up a bunch of dudes and drive them into a place where the Yakuza can kill them. So a sort of secret in Toughened is that you don't actually have to do the mission objective. You can just kill them yourself. Usually, the easiest way to do it that is still somewhat fast. Also, ignore the name.
Oh,
man. God, terrible. How old are you, man? Disgusting.
It was Adam's idea.
Adam! Adam! Come on, Adam. Shocking.
Pick him up, throw him under the bus.
Exactly, yeah. I appreciate
Well, you can't
Name
call me
names.
out this publicly, so I have to throw it away.
No, that is fair enough. So, there are 4 different cars instead of 3, like there usually would be. And this fog doesn't help on this takeoff, let me tell you.
Yeah.
Let me zoom in a little bit.
Fixed weather again, I guess?
No, this isn't fixed. Also, that is not a good takeoff.
Yeah, no.
Oh.
It's all right.
It's all right. We're doubling back. It gives me enough time to talk about it.
You're making the right choice here.
Exactly. So there are a couple of
This guy's
mechanics.
angry at you.
Yeah, so one of the mechanics is that every pedestrian is trying to beat you up for some reason. I don't know why that's a thing.
Right,
Very annoying.
dog.
Very annoying. And yeah, so there are 4 cars instead of the usual 3. But as I say, you can just like pull up one by one and shoot them. So what you could do is, if you wanted to make this extremely trivial, is you could just sort of drive to Shoreside Vale and just blow them up one by one. But that's kind of slow. So what I'm going to try to do, and I would argue this is the least consistent strat in this mod, so you know, might not work, but I'm going to try my best because I'll look really cool if I pull it off.
You already look really cool, Ben.
Oh, thank you, thank you. I'm going to try what we call dodo bait. So what dodo bait is that you pick up all the guys and you sort of get them all to run after you while you're flying the dodo over them, because the sort of trigger to get them to, you know, like aggro you has no vertical limit aside from like the map limitation. So as you can see, he sees me, he's coming after me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and pick up and do sort of like a modified dodo bait, where instead of taking them to the trap, I'm going to take them to like a safe place and kill them all myself. So as you can imagine, instead of waiting for them all, I'm sort of, grouping them all up at once, which is significantly faster than the easy strat. As I say, this is quite difficult because the we're going to deliberately skip this guy who's coming up on our right. As you can see, the little pink marker on the map. We're going to double back to him. And I'm actually going to land without triggering him, because obviously it makes more sense to not have him aggro on me if I can avoid it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to trigger all 3 of these guys that are around the map, and then go and park next to the 4th guy, shoot the 4th guy, and then hopefully, if all goes right, obviously we're relying on AI here, 2001 AI. So, but hopefully, if all goes well, they'll drive towards me, and I can just sort of blow them up one by one. And as I say, it's quite a lot faster. So we're gonna park just around here. Anywhere will do. Ooh. Okay. Yeah. As you can see, the dodo is very bouncy, and we are just gonna M16 these guys. Hello. So as you can see, speaking of relying on 2001 AI, they should be pretty close to me by now. There's one here, but I think those guys up to the northeast of me are not particularly.
Oh jeez.
While I try and concentrate here, these guys have M16s too, so if they get out and they shoot you, it's
careful.
I was about to ask. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So I think this one's coming towards me now. No, they seem quite far away. We don't have a map, so all I can really do is sort of bounce around and hope they come near me. So yeah, while we're waiting for these guys to come to their deaths, Robo, you are welcome to read.
Absolutely. Nev Flynn, thank you very much for the $5. The comment reads, "Thanks for the run."
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Cutie Baby has donated $5 with a comment, "Hey guys, I've heard a rumor E-Ben does a really good SpongeBob laugh. Can you find out if this is true, please?"
Oh no.
And I think follow-up question, is it worth more than $5?
Okay, so let me just deal with this really quick. Hold on. Whoa!
X Games.
Yeah, that is X Games. Okay,
nice.
We're in there. Okay.
Well done.
My dodo's not there, but that's okay, because we can just get another one from the airport. That's not a huge deal.
Yeah, that's right there.
Okay, so that person who donated is one of my closest friends back home. And they know about the SpongeBob laugh. It's something I used to do as like a sort of a silly, party trick or whatever you'd call it, like a little silly accent when I was a teenager. And then he will occasionally pop into my stream and try and embarrass me by saying, like, "Do the SpongeBob laugh, Ben." It's like, it's such a silly thing that I did like 15 years ago. But I will say, are we close to any sort of goals nearby? Like, are we sort of like a 1,000 milestone?
I mean, we're $350 away from 43k.
Okay, if we hit 43k by the end of the run and the end of the credits and everything, I'll give you a SpongeBob laugh. That sound good?
I think that's pretty reasonable. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
You guys are going to be so disappointed, let me tell you. Boy.
Yeah, but our Cyberphone will really love the extra money.
$350.
Exactly. It's absolutely not, but what is worth $350 is Alzheimer's research, am I right?
And you getting embarrassed.
And me getting embarrassed. Yeah, publicly embarrassing myself in front of thousands, that's worth $350.
This guy. Professional over here.
Exactly. So, we're done with bait. That was one of the hardest missions coming up. Next is also one of the hardest missions, but for completely different reasons. So, in this, usually there are, I believe, 9 stalls that you have to destroy. And this mission is very notorious for casual players because there's no map aside from like the physical one that you would get on the PS2 original release, which obviously doesn't exist if you buy it nowadays. And there are no map markers on the stalls that you have to destroy until you get right next to them. In Toughened, there are a total of 15 stalls, 12 that you have to destroy right away, and then 3 bonus that you don't get any sort of idea where they are at all. So it tells you for the final 3 stalls, oh, come back to the construction site to get a map and we'll tell you where they are. You go all the way to the construction site to get the map, and it goes, "Sorry, my dog ate the map."
Oh,
good
unbelievable.
Luck. I'm not. I wish I was joking. That's what it said, word for word.
But to be fair, we give the player extra time for picking up the not map.
That is very true. Yeah, you do get a bit of bonus time. My dodo is bouncing a lot here. I'm just doing my best to take off.
Not really getting a lot of speed.
Yeah. Well, that's all right. We'll double back. So as KZ3 was saying before about like, oh, I don't know what you're gonna do about dodo takeoffs and stuff. This is what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, we can push it. Yeah, so as you can see, the dodo is very bouncy, and it's very easy to get it stuck on things. So I'm going to do my best to
This thing is you're
Seems very lost.
the light post is literally inside of the wing.
Yeah.
Maybe use a car to crash into it.
Yeah, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. As you can see, there are many things in the Toughened mod, but this is not something that is a problem.
This is just a thing. Yeah, nice.
This is just a thing in the game.
Yeah.
All right, go away. That is, oh my god, a grenade! What? Oh, okay.
Wow,
okay.
you got so
We're
lucky.
so lucky that
I got so, oh my god, man. Okay, this is going incredibly. So I thought I had an SMG equipped. I went to shoot to sort of scare them away. I threw a grenade, but then luckily there is a bug in this game where your grenades can fall through the ground, and it fell through the ground and saved my life.
Yeah.
Goodness me, okay. This thing is completely stuck.
It's hard stuck, man. Oh wait, maybe that's not. Maybe it's not. Okay, now the post is gone, so maybe
okay.
it's fine.
Let me see. Oh, it's gone. Okay.
Yeah, it's gone.
Okay, can we Operation Recover Dodo? Let's go. Let's go. I only wasted 2 minutes.
Then you see your life flash before your eyes when you dropped the grenade?
Yes, I did.
I did that in the opener. I dropped a grenade and it fell through the floor, and thank God. Oh, man.
All of the noises that I made right there, involuntary.
Yeah,
let me tell you. I did not plan for any of that. That was just pure instinct.
GTA speedrunning does this to him, man.
Exactly. All right, we're finally taking off 2.5 minutes after the mission starts. We're finally able to go. Let's go. So I need to get quite a bit of speed.
You know where the stalls are. This might be a problem.
Yeah, I know where the stalls are. I do know what I'm doing. I've done a bit of practice with this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fly up to where Catalina's hideout is, which is just up here. And as you can see, there's one of the bonus stalls here. IdeGod might be able to correct me on this, but I know 3 of the stalls, I forget exactly which ones, but 3 of them are actually, in the original game, they're just code commented out. So they're sort of like, they're programmed in, but then they're just like removed at the last second, like we don't want to use these. And Toughened just sort of re-implemented them. I don't know if you know which ones exactly that are re-implemented.
Correct. I think the ones before the docks are the ones that we coded back in.
Yeah.
We also did this on the other missions, by the way, like on 3 vans, what it's usually called. There's also 1 extra van in the code that we just added back in, and for bait, same thing.
That. Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
Oh, wow. All right.
So they had 4 everything to start off with, but then changed it to 3. Yeah.
And then they stuck to the number 3 for all the other games afterwards.
Yeah, exactly. So again, Toughened, taking part in trend setting, even if it wasn't intentional, moving everything to 3 and then. Oh, I guess actually Toughened broke the trend.
Yeah.
We broke it, yes.
Yeah. So trend setters and trend breakers as well. So as I said, so usually there's 9. This time there's 12 and then a bonus 3. The bonus 3 don't spawn until you've already destroyed the previous 12. So this time, instead of it being 2 stalls in Shoreside, which is where we are now, 5 in Staunton and then 2 in Portland, it's 3, 6, 3. So there's 3 in Shoreside that we need to do. Also, if you're wondering why I'm taking this route, the simple reason is that there is also a cartel cruiser that's coming after you during this mission that's on Shoreside.
Good.
And if I were to drive on the road where I was just about to go, they would hit me on the corner and just ruin me. So it's much safer to just take this route and avoid them. They're up there somewhere. We don't need to worry about them. So that is, again, in the original game. That is not a thing that Toughened implemented.
Wait, that is in the original game?
Yeah, it is. If you take the sort of optimal driving route, they'll always hit you in the tunnels here. As you go in, as you come out of Shoreside, they'll hit you. Yeah, they just ram into you. It's just inconvenient, which is very strange. Yeah.
Just like because of Dodo usage these days, you don't do that anymore. But before you used the Dodo on this mission, you always ran into them.
Yeah, you would drive through the tunnels to sort of be safe.
Yeah, I had no clue. You could have fooled me.
Yeah, perfect. All right, so we've done all the 3 stalls in Shoreside. Now we're gonna do the 6 in Staunton. The bonus one in Staunton currently is, it is where McCaffrey, I believe it's McCaffrey, gives you missions in LCS. So it's like sort of northwest. It's very far out of the way. Yeah. So we get that one first, and then we'll do the rest of the Staunton ones. But the reason why, like, this mission might seem particularly sort of chill at this point. It is not chill, let me tell you. So in Portland, because of the fact that we are no longer working for the Mafia guys and the Triads are aggressive to us. They don't like us, right? Which is, it makes sense, because obviously, like, for lore reasons, it's all good. And I forget exactly how the story goes, but what I know is that originally, the I'm pretty sure originally, in the original game, the sort of Mafia guys who would shoot you in Portland would have shotguns. But that is way too broken and awful.
Yeah.
So in the original game, they changed it so they just have pistols now. So they shoot you, it's not really consequential at all. Yeah. In Toughened, they all have shotguns again.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
usually in Portland, it wouldn't matter because you don't have to go near St. Mark's or Chinatown, which is where the Mafia dudes sort of spawn. That's like their turf. But I'd decided to be very mean and place an extra stall, which is in Portland, and it is right at the subway entrance, which basically means you have to go through the Mafia turf where all the guys have very overpowered shotguns. So with this particular car, if I get hit twice, I'm dead.
Yeah, it's crazy how fast it happens. The second blast is an immediate explosion. No
exactly.
Warning, nothing.
Yeah.
Just boom.
So as we talked about all the way at the start of the run, if you guys remember, if you're inside of a vehicle and it explodes, you are killed no matter what health you have.
Charred meat.
Exactly.
It's over.
So they hit you with 2 shotgun blasts, and you don't even get like a second to get out of the car when it's on fire. Yep. You are just done. It's an insta-kill.
You're a real victim to circumstance, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, imagine you've been killing stalls for 20 minutes and then you die.
Exactly, yeah, so it's horrible. A death in Portland would be very bad. And not only that, but also when we go to the final 3 stalls, and we're talking like, after we've done these 12, hello officer, we're chilling, don't mind me. In the final 3 stalls, there are also traps for all of them. So there are also guys with hidden M16s that are 100% accurate that are waiting for you at each of the stalls. How nice.
They hidden nearby?
So, yes. So they're sort of like hidden around corners near the stalls.
Ah, yeah.
So if you get too close to the stall, you just walk into their range and you're dead.
Okay.
Essentially. I know where they are, thankfully, so I should be good. But again, it's one mistake, done. Like, we lose 10 minutes, just like that. So, yeah.
No more child's play here.
No more child's play, yeah. So, as I say, this is like the 3rd to last mission in the run. And, yeah, they do not mess around. This one is mental. So, now we've destroyed all the ones in Staunton and Shoreside, the only ones that are left are Portland, so this is where it gets pretty serious. So the only sort of strategy that you can do is drive on the pavement, and when you see a Mafia guy, kill him before he kills you. The problem is that pedestrians can spawn near you, and they can be Mafia guys, so if you sort of flick the camera the wrong way or sort of look at the wrong dude, they can just spawn behind you, and you're dead no matter what. So it is very difficult, and you do need quite a bit of luck as well. So let's hope this goes well. So this is the first one near Joey's place. This is, there's no Mafia dudes around here, don't need to worry. But this next one is where it gets problematic. So I'm going to be sort of, concentrating, so I'm not going to be talking too much. So in the meantime, you're welcome to read donations. Just make sure to, keep an eye out for any Mafia dudes.
All right, will do. We have an anonymous $20 donation. That's not gone to any incentive, but there are quite a few options available if you do want to add different game modes, such as Heroic Mode for Escape Game Fort Boyard, Feeding Gaspard the Wonderdog in Discworld, etc. We have a $40 donation from Helco, which just says, nice.
Nice.
And that brings our total to $42,690 towards outside of London. Thank you all so much for your donations.
Yeah, thank you very much. So that's the stall done. Again, I'm making very deliberate movements to not flick my camera too much in order to sort of minimize the chances. And also, of course, spending as little time there as possible, getting the hell out. Just to make sure that my chances of survival are as high as they possibly can be. So, now I've destroyed all of them. As I said, there's 3 more that we've got to deal with. And these are the ones with the traps. So, and as you can see, I have no reference on where to go on the map. So the first one is just to the south here, just on the other side of this wall. So what I can do is, and also just on the other side of this wall, just around this corner, is where the guy is with the M16. So I'm going to make it very deliberate to shoot this stall and immediately run. The reason why I'm being so quick to run away is because there is a check in the code that once the stall is destroyed, those guys with the M16s are set to hunt you down.
Yeah.
So if you don't get out there quick, he'll just turn the corner and insta-kill you anyway. So, yeah. it's very important that you just get the hell out of there.
I mean, yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, it does make sense logically. It's just very, very unfair. So the one at Staunton is right next to the stadium, so all the way north. And I'd God you might not remember, of course, this is quite a niche thing. But as far as I'm aware, I've never seen any trap for this stall. I always do it the same way, and I've never had anyone kill me. So maybe I just stand in the right place by, just picking the right spot. But I don't think there's any guys here. I may be mistaken.
There's a good chance that there's not a guy, but I honestly don't remember every individual stall anymore.
Yeah, of course, as we mentioned before, this mod is, it's very old. It's almost a decade old.
Yeah, it's like 8 years old this year.
Yeah. So I deliberately sort of stand here and I just shoot it from here and then drive past it, and I've never been killed.
It would be very funny if that happened now.
I don't know. I was holding my breath.
Yeah, I was also holding my breath because you never know.
You just invoked it, yeah.
Yeah, I seem to be okay. So, the final one is in Shoreside, and it's actually where we were supposed to go during the bait, the intended place where the Yakuza death trap is. And very fittingly, there is now a Mafia death trap there, because there's a bunch of shipping containers, and if you go around them, there's just dudes waiting for you. So, again, going to be very careful to not deal with that.
Come on.
Also, if you sort of panic any pedestrians here, they'll just drive off the bridge for some odd reason. I don't know exactly why.
Fun thing to do in runs.
This game is very silly.
Yeah, I know. I always like to try and get crushed by the bridge as it's coming down, but my timing is not super extraordinary.
Yeah, it's not easy to do. I say relying on AI is never particularly easy. So we're just heading all the way to the northwest here, and I suppose in the meantime we can sort of talk about the upcoming missions after this. So there is a very epic insta-kill death trap at the end of the next mission, and there's a number of things to discuss for the next mission. So what you're supposed to do is there's a dodo that comes sort of like over the map, and then it lands at the airport, and you're supposed to destroy it, grab all the packages there, and then take them back to the construction site in Staunton, right? Seems easy enough. Also, here's the stall. So again, on my right, all of those shipping containers have guys behind them. So I'm going to make sure just to chill here, shoot the rocket, mission passed. Very nice.
Dude.
Thank you.
That was like as long as the GTA 4 bank heist.
Honestly, yeah.
Long
yeah, even doing it as quickly as we know how, I think that mission's like 7 minutes or something ridiculous. So a death there would have been pretty nasty. So yeah, the next mission is SAM, as I was saying. You sort of act as a SAM turret because you're shooting down a plane. In vanilla GTA 3, you would go to the dam and shoot it down there. But what they did quite sneakily, which is quite a good change, is they changed the flight path of the dodo, so it's not possible to be shot down there. So what I do instead is I just go to the airport. Again, it's what we call an auto-scroller, so we wait at the airport and nothing we sort of do matters, as long as we're in time to shoot the dodo. The problem is that as soon as you shoot the dodo, you get 6 stars. So that means that the army is coming after you. So tanks, sort of army soldiers with M16s, it's real bad. So what we can do, we have a number of options, is that we can fly back with the dodo, and then we can try and land in the pay and spray and get rid of the 6 stars. But the second problem is that at the construction site, there are 2 pesky individuals. One of them is way high up in a shipping container, and the other one is where that death trap was. Remember when we were talking about the cartel cruiser, the sort of vehicle outside of the construction site? He's where that is. And they both have M16s, and you'll never guess what their accuracy is, KZ Fru.
9,000.
It is 9,000. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, one of them is going to be up here in this shipping container, and one of them is going to be right here. And if you try and walk within a mile of this place, they will kill you instantly.
Nice.
So
I love lasers.
It is tragic.
Yeah.
So the fastest way to deal with it is crash land in the construction site, far away enough that you don't get insta-killed, but close enough that you're in the construction site and not on the road outside, because of the fact that, otherwise I don't want to have to deal with the tanks.
Sure, yeah.
That is very difficult, as you can imagine. There is only a very specific part of the construction site that you can do that. So hopefully all goes well. Again, I clipped the lamppost again. This takeoff, yeah, is really hard. It's all right. We'll double back. As I say, we're on a timer, so we've got plenty of time. There's about a minute of leeway here, so we've got time to go back and just make sure. Because the last thing I want to do is commit to the takeoff and then sink in the ocean, because that is bad.
I would have committed. I mean, I don't know if that's wise. I just was like,
I would much rather just be safe.
No, of course.
So we'll do the takeoff.
So,
go ahead.
I would like to use this opportunity to defend myself against your comment from earlier saying that we got a little lazy.
Yeah.
We were a team of 2, but we didn't only change the missions and everything. I was also responsible for making a whole new radio channel.
Oh yes, yeah.
We scripted phone calls, we recorded songs and everything, and advertisements and stuff. So there is more content to this. You just don't hear it.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we do have to turn it off, because all the cover songs are quite good. They're good memes. You got I'd God singing Barbie Girl. So if you ever want to hear I'd God singing Barbie Girl, you're welcome to play this mod. Or listen to it on, I think it's on YouTube, on GitHub as well. Unfortunately, of course, because of the fact that they use like the original stem tracks or whatever they're called with like the instrumentals, it is still DMCA hell, so we would get nuked, unfortunately. And also the credits has Lineator and I'd God doing a duet of Time of My Life, and I Owe It All to You, you know that song? Unfortunately, we will have to mute during that, because again, otherwise you won't be able to view this in post. So we do want people to watch it on YouTube and whatnot.
We thought it's like a good reward after playing this hard mod and beating it.
Oh yeah, I definitely think it's a great reward, yeah. And that is also why the credits are actually part of the run, whereas they usually wouldn't be. So you can listen to the song every time and have a grand old time. Yeah. So we're just killing these guys from far away because again, they have M16s. They are very deadly. I would not like to deal with them. So I'm just gonna kill them. And then there's a couple more guys I'm gonna kill for safety. And one of them is... There's 3 guys there on the right-hand side. I don't think they shoot me, but I always kill them just to be safe. And then there is one dude just on the lower jetty who's sort of like, if you were to do intentional strats, which is to go on the bottom side and take a boat here, he's just set there to insta-kill you. So, yep, classic. So I need to make sure I save some sniper rifle ammo, because as I mentioned before, I need some sniper in order to actually to kill those last guys at the construction site. But there he is. I'm just going to do 2 shots. Oh, I crit him in the leg. Perfect. Even better. And then we're just on time for the plane. There we go.
Nice.
And as you can see, instantly 6 stars.
Just the 6 stars.
So it's not too bad, because in the airport, obviously there's no paths for them to spawn on in terms of like driving. So we're safe here for now, aside from the police helicopter, which will shoot us a little bit. But not a huge deal. This is where it gets difficult. So I'm going to go for the most risky strategy, because why wouldn't I? It's a marathon. How bad could it possibly go?
There you go.
So my plan is to crash land in a certain part of the construction site and not get insta-killed. That's the plan. So you'll know if I succeeded if I'm alive. So I'm going to do my best. I am, again, going to shut up and concentrate, even though that hasn't really worked for me this far.
No, I mean, look, you were a victim of circumstance during a Dito where you just flipped.
Exactly, yeah. Some of it was quite unfortunate, some of it was my fault, so we can't blame the game entirely. So yeah, as you can see, there's army people ramping off bridges and everything. They're just going mental.
The game doesn't like organically give you 6 stars. This is also a mod thing where you get a lot of 1 to level for this. But,
so even if I lose the dodo, I don't really mind. Like this. Oh, okay.
Come on,
yeah, we take those. Let's go. What a tease that was. That's okay. So
unbelievable.
The most important part is just do not get insta-killed. So we don't have to worry about the police too much. All I've got to do is pick this guy off. Again, Pixel.
Like right
Pixel.
There. It's just,
there's one.
You got him. Good.
And then here, we are going to go. And actually, I'm going to grab the arm. Hello. You guys are okay. You guys are better flyers than I, because I could not get through that without flipping. I'm going to play safe. I'm going to grab some armor here.
Okay.
I'm going to play a little safe.
It's probably smart.
Yep. Because the next mission, the final mission in the game, is going to place us in the middle of a load of guys that have M16s.
Of course.
But they're 40% accurate at time. But they still do a lot of damage. I usually take about 110 damage or so. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. That's fine. But the other guy is just on the other side of this container, so I'm just going to throw some grenades. Pretty sure I got him. Yeah. And there we go. Whew, I'm glad that went somewhat well. So there we go.
All right.
So that's the second to last mission done.
You didn't die, so
I didn't die. I succeeded.
We take those. All right, we take those.
So the absolute optimal way to do that is to keep the dodo, because then you would be able to fly to the final mission. It's really not a big deal to have to drive. It's really doesn't matter at all.
I mean, it's a grand scheme of things.
How are we doing on time? 1:55. I've got some time. Okay, good. So
you're gonna be good, Dave.
Yeah, exactly. So we can drive.
Did I say Dave? I don't know.
You're gonna be good, Dave. English Dave. Dave is a very British name, dude. Alright, I'm Dave. Dave Johnson. Most boring name ever. John Jones. Wait, isn't he like a UFC fighter or something? Am I gonna get beaten up for dissing John Jones? But yeah, so we're on our way to Catalina's place, and the finale is very epic in Toughened, let me tell you. And by epic, I mean not very epic. So, you spawn in, and there's a bunch of guys with M16s that are 40% accurate. And then you have to fight your way through around 20 or 30 dudes, and they are all 100% accurate M16s. So, as we saw before, dealing with 2 of them is very difficult.
Yeah.
Dealing with 30 of them is borderline impossible without abusing some kind of mechanic. So, what you can do is you can abuse one mechanic, which is first-person aiming. We mentioned before that the M16 has no recoil if you use it in third person. However, what isn't mentioned is that the range is actually done in such a way that if you shoot somebody from max range in first person, they don't aggro you.
Oh.
So you can actually use it to your advantage to sort of snipe the guys, or you can do what I'm going to do here instead. So I'm just going to run. As you can see, I immediately lost all my armor. I'm dead anyway. So even with the extra armor, insta-killed. Yeah. So that's all right. We can try it again.
You get stripped of all your weapons anyway.
Yeah,
right?
you get stripped of all your weapons anyway, and you
matter.
only have to pay the ransom for $500,000 once.
Yeah.
So we can give this a few tries. If I keep getting insta-killed to the point where it's obviously not fun anymore, because I only have 100 health, I have a save with armor so I can get through it, and I can sort of showcase the mission. So we'll try it 2 more times, and then if not, then we'll get armor and sort of go from there.
Did we not hide an armor spawn around here somewhere?
There might be somewhere. I did look into the code, and the only one that I remember that's sort of convenient is the construction site after Sam. There might be one here somewhere. I know there is inside the mission, like the compound, but you can't really get to it because you'll die too fast anyway. So we'll try this one more. We'll do it 2 more times. So immediately run. I stumble. Okay, we're good.
Nice.
So,
awesome.
This car is very special because, as you can see, it's bulletproof.
Nice. Yeah.
So a nice handy-dandy secret is the bulletproof sort of cruiser here. I'm going to quickly get out, immediately get in again.
Yeah, just trying to grab that weapon.
Just trying to grab that weapon. Yeah, exactly. So, this bulletproof, you might think it makes it trivial. It does not make it trivial, let me tell you, because this mission is quite complicated in terms of what you need to do. And you need to get out of the vehicle for quite a few things. Fortunately, we only have 30 health. It doesn't matter. If you have 200 health at this point, or 1, you will still die in the same amount of time. Because it's either insta-kill or insta-kill.
Yeah, sure.
Does not make a single bit of difference, so don't worry too much about my low health. What I'm going to do is we have to fight through the dam and fight through all these dudes. This is the trivial part. So I can just drive through these guys, because they can't kill me. I'm practically invincible at this point. But where I'm not invincible, excuse me, is when I'm out of the car. So I'm going to pick off this exact dude, and I'll explain why later. But I'm going to ignore everyone else because they're not really relevant. They are randoms, as we say.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys are randoms. And then we're just going to run over everyone that's on the ground. So there's going to be a lot more guys that spawn on the floor. The priority are the flamethrower dudes, because they can obviously set my car on fire, which is very bad. I don't know if it's flameproof. I think it's just bulletproof. So there's one guy here who runs towards you who has a flamethrower. There he is, going to make sure to hit him. I don't think I killed him. I think I just knocked him over.
Yeah.
It's fine. We can go back and double back. So I'm just going to make sure that everyone who needs to be dead is dead here. Yeah, there's one. There's the flamethrower guy.
Yeah.
So I believe everyone's dead here. Now, I have 4 sniper bullets left. and there are 4 more people who I need to worry about. So, the hardest part of this is getting out of here without, because you get out and you can sort of see it's like very tricky to get out. Ooh, and if you step even slightly out of line, you get insta-killed. So what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna shimmy my way and just click
wall back
just
time.
the slight pixel here. Hello, you good? All right, cool. So if I didn't kill this guy here, he would have killed me when I was walking up the stairs.
Sure.
That's very important. Now, again, if I step even slightly out, I'm dead. So I need to be very careful and just make sure that I can just see enough to where I can kill them. 1, 2. Where on earth is... There we go. 3. Okay.
Nice.
Now, there is 1 single rocket to shoot down Catalina's helicopter. There is also something very important to note. Just around this corner, 1 final slap in the face.
Of course.
Is 1 more guy.
Of course.
And I don't have the ammo to deal with him, so I'm just going to step back here, get out of the way, and wait for the chopper to come. So remember, it's not time, because we do have to watch the credits. Tech, they already know, but you're going to have to mute as soon as the cutscene starts, so I'll let you know what it is. So, we destroy the helicopter. That is the end of the gameplay segment.
Nice.
And here are the credits.
I can clap now, right? That's
Yeah,
okay?
you can clap.
Yeah.
Well done.
Yeah, perfect.
Unbelievable, dude. Oh.
So, as I mentioned before, the reason this has to be muted is because there is Eidgod and Lineator singing Time of My Life, but obviously it's copyrighted, so unfortunately we can't listen to that. But we can sort of talk about, shout-outs, etc., and we can go through that.
Sure.
And also, there are a couple of donations. So, Robo, go for it.
Thank you very much. Sventor123 says, let's get a donation train to hear that SpongeBob laugh by Ben and support Alzheimer Funding at the same time.
Thank you.
That's a $20 donation. Thank you very much. We're still $275 away, so get those in there.
You know what, Robo? You know what?
Yeah.
Ah! There you go. There's your SpongeBob laugh.
I've heard him do that before, but I've never seen you do it. I didn't know you grabbed it.
Grabbed the throat.
That makes
exactly. Yep.
All right.
Jesus.
All right, chat. A deal's a deal.
Deal's a deal.
We got the laughs, and now you've got to get us to 43k.
Yep.
That was the deal.
Exactly.
Yeah. Starl Halls donates $10, saying helping people to embarrass themselves and funding research at the same time sounds like a good deal to me. And Ananachi donates $5 and says, you know what? Let's see Josh, quote, have fun too. And that's going to the GTA San Andreas definitive upgrade.
Perfect. So, as we see, we've got the credits here. This is a custom credits. So, of course, we've got to give shout-outs to Lineator for obviously creating this mod and coding it and everything. It can't be easy. We've got to give shout-outs to Eid for, of course, helping commentate and also doing a lot of work. And also everyone else who worked on the mod. So you can see the names there. Some people you haven't heard, such as Nord. He's the radio announcer on Bang Radio. We haven't been able to listen to him, obviously, because of the copyright restrictions. And as you can see there, it says, thanks for playing. Stay tuned for our next project, Toughened Mod 100% Edition.
It's just super ambitious. Harder content, more voiceovers, more secrets.
Yep, exactly.
More Misty and wow, dude, is that a meme? Like an ancient
probably.
meme? Yeah,
Eidgod, do you want to tell us
You
about
for
it?
real?
Yeah, I'm for real. I don't know, dude.
Eidgod
Is he gone?
Eidgod doesn't know. He disconnected.
Oh, yeah,
he disconnected. That's fair enough. And this is the final one, and congratulations to you for getting this far.
Yeah.
Thank you, Toughened.
Congratulations to you,
Thank you.
Ben.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
So,
Big shout outs to everyone who played this. It was very enjoyable to watch over the years, and thanks for showcasing this, Ben.
Yeah, thank you very much. So, the timer starts when the credits finishes. They sort of give the final credits for, obviously, the original game as well. So we can use that time to sort of go through shout-outs myself. I would, of course, like to thank, already mentioned Eidgod, KZ Fru for your fabulous play-by-play commentary. Thank you, KZ Fru.
Thank you. Oh, man. Gosh.
And of course, to everyone, my wonderful audience for joining me on this trip. Thank you. You can all give yourselves a round of applause. To Mr. Robo Sparkle for being our fabulous host and donation reader. Thank you, sir. And of course, to the fabulous people behind the scenes who make this event happen at the tech side, they don't get nearly enough credit, so give them a round of applause too.
I have a request for you, Ben.
Yeah, what's up?
Make sure to take my picture with you for the picture.
Oh, yes. Yes, of course. Link Boss has taken some photos. You want to pose? Pose with our god?
God, dude, stupid face.
No, I mean for the GTA Marathon picture, of course, as well.
Oh,
that's
yes,
true. That's true. I mean,
of course.
this is just bonus. We can do
bonus.
We can do it all. Yeah.
So, of course, we'll continue on for a little bit. Thank you to everyone who donated towards the cause so far, and is planning to do any sort of support for the event. It goes a really long way, and let's get as close to 100K as we can.
I agree.
Absolutely. So, thank you to the donators. Incredible stuff. Let's go.
Come on, come on.
Come on.
Hey.
And in terms of if you want to get into running Toughened, you masochists, I respect you out there. You are welcome to go to speedrun.com/GTA, and there is all the resources that you need. We have a community Discord where you can talk about anything GTA related or non-GTA related if you want to. You can get help with running, getting meeting people that you also have the same hobbies with, which is fantastic. And we're a nice bunch, I would say, in my personal opinion, as someone who is part of that nice bunch. We're a nice bunch.
As the owner of the Discord server.
Yeah, we are great, let me tell you. Let me tell you. Yeah. So we can skip the credits now, and there's one final epic finale for the Toughened mod. The way this mod finishes is you get stuck in an infinite fade loop.
Oh, nice.
So that's it.
Is that time?
That's time.
There you go. GG.
Thank you.
GG.
Thank you very much.
Unbelievable. How do you think you did?
I thought it was pretty good. I thought it was entertaining.
Yeah.
Underestimate.
Yeah.
Can't complain.
Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely.
So, God, one last question before we leave you. What's the deal with this ending? What's going on here?
I don't know. I never playtested this part.
Oh, okay. I was the playtester, I suppose.
Excellent.
Yeah. So you can't do anything except just exit the game at this point. So we will leave you, pass you over to RoboSparkle. Thank you very much, sir. It's been a pleasure. I appreciate you all. And yeah, see you soon.
Thank you very much for that run, Ben. Absolutely fantastic. And yeah, thanks to iGod and KZ Fruit for the commentary as well. This is also where I sign off. I will be leaving you in the extremely capable hands of Zonaris to carry on the reading. And coming up next, we have an amazing run by the one and only Matako, who will be running Final Fantasy VI. So definitely stick around for that. Thank you everyone for your donations so far. Please do keep them coming in. You're supporting a fantastic cause. And we will see you after intermission. Bye.
Bye.